Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at CHLA.org.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Some of the biggest names in NBA history played for the purple and gold.
Chamberlain, West, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron.
And now, Luka.
The Lakers play on 710 ESPN.
The Lake Show is back in the hunt for their 18th title.
Getting to play for the Lakers, and everybody can say that. And many, many legends pass here, many, many championships. So that's my goal.
Live the excitement of the purple and gold right here.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Happy
What's happening?
Friday to you, my friend.
Happy Friday to you,
Roars
mate.
to you, M.
What's
Buenos
happening?
dias.
See that?
Dias.
See that right there? Where is it? The white piece. See? See that?
Do you see this?
What does
right
that
here? I know
say?
you can't read it.
My glasses?
I say you look like Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds.
I'll be that. I'll be that. See? Solidly middle class. We fix stuff in my house.
I almost said something to you when you walked in with him today. I'm like, I'm going to hold on to that until we start the show.
That's it. Yes, we
you
fix
look
stuff.
Like you have the proverbial nerd tape in the middle of your glasses.
I do. And guess what kind of tape this is?
That's athletic tape.
Athletic tape.
Yeah.
Solves everything.
You got two choices.
Yes.
You got athletic tape or
duct tape.
Duct tape.
It fixes everything.
Athletic tape is pretty good.
Fix my
duct
glasses.
tape is better because it doesn't tear as easily.
Yes.
But pretty good.
You can fix stuff, right? You grew up fixing stuff.
No, you know what's embarrassing too?
What?
My dad's really good at that.
Yeah.
Like my dad's a pretty handy guy.
Yeah.
Like he does fix stuff, can fix stuff. Like figure out how to fix stuff. I got nothing.
Didn't you have the old
nothing.
ColecoVision games?
Yeah.
You couldn't fix those? Like if the wire broke, you couldn't solder it back?
Oh, hell no.
Really? Oh my
No.
God.
No,
you were that kid.
You
Oh,
just
no.
basically asked me to split the atom.
Really?
I've got nothing
to
for
solder
you.
one little wire back together.
So
I guess you didn't want the game.
My Mattel football with
Yeah.
the red dots
Yes.
stops working. Okay, here's
Yeah.
my first move.
Yes.
Replace the battery.
Right.
Into the trash can.
You threw it away?
I don't know how to fix it.
You were that kid. Give it to me. I'd fix all your stuff.
I needed a
There
friend
you
like
go.
you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. What
Yeah.
about a vacuum cleaner?
What about it?
You can't fix a vacuum?
I can plug it in and turn
Oh
it on.
my God.
You can fix a vacuum?
Yes, you can't like unclog or what do you call that? Not when this a vacuum doesn't get clogged. No, with the hair.
Sure.
The hair.
Yeah,
what do you call that?
Tangled.
You
Yeah,
can't.
I could do that.
You can do that.
Well, I just get in there and start tearing the hair out.
Okay, can you guys do that too?
Can you replace the band on there?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
No,
you got to
no.
fix it, right?
Correct.
You just can't throw it away.
You know how to clean the filter out and all that
Of
stuff?
course I
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
see? Come on now. We fix stuff in our house.
Not in
Yeah.
mine.
This is why Target. This is why Target is a monster.
Yeah. There's an opportunity cost too. So it's not just so you could pay someone to do it right, or you could pay me to fiddle around with it for 2 hours and do it wrong.
Okay, but
this is how I am with building furniture. I'm like, I could build this furniture for free. Emily does it, and I build it wrong, and then I never use this piece of furniture because I built it wrong. Or I can pay a TaskRabbit $80 to do it, and then I can actually use this thing.
You do it for 24 bucks?
That's it.
By the way, when did your rates go up?
Eggs went up, Travis.
Inflation.
For as long, you and I have known each other for a long time.
Hey,
it went from 12 back to 24 back?
Look, me and you have the same rate. It's just the newer customers.
There's tariffs on the imports from Mexico.
Or his tolerance has gone up. That's what it is.
No, for the longest times, I'll do it for a 12-pack. I'm like, okay, we could do this. And now
how long have you known him?
10 years.
Yeah, 12-packs ain't working no more. He needs 24.
We have the same. You have a lifetime deal.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I
look
bought
at
the
you.
card, right?
Wow.
Like I bought the early card.
Yes, fixed stuff.
Right.
Come on. Whatever you throw out, give to me.
How
I'll
about shoes?
bet
You guys wash your shoes?
Yes.
Yeah, I will
okay,
occasionally
cool.
throw
I showed
them.
up one day and Brenda had a bag full of my shoes. Like, yeah, we're going to throw these out. I was like, the hell, we're not. No, we're not. I'm going to wash them.
Thank you.
I will try to clean a pair of shoes.
And then after wash shoes, when did you get new shoes? I just washed them.
Yeah.
I was horrified in this room. Somebody said they used to buy like packs of the white T-shirts, wear them once, and throw them out.
No, that's crazy.
That's Tom Cruise. That's what Tom Cruise.
Somebody said that in here. No, it was DeAndre that said that.
That's not fixing anything. That's just running a wash.
That's crazy. I know. That's nuts.
just doing the laundry.
Okay, but also when you get
it's not crazy.
When you get like the yellow pit stains, that's when it's time to like.
time to go.
Even that can't wash
or
out.
It becomes a workout shirt.
Bingo.
There you go. It becomes
or a rag in the kitchen.
Yes.
Or wash the car with it.
Cut it up and put it out. Yes, it's a drying towel.
No, you can. That's got a life beyond wearing it. Typically.
Okay, so you saved yourself. I'm like, is he one of those guys that throws everything out? You buy like real brand new chamois from the auto parts store.
No.
Thank you. You can make your own rags.
We've got a bin of rags in the laundry room.
Right.
It's all old T-shirts and things like that.
That's good. Okay.
And Dodger Stadium giveaway towels.
You guys buy.
You're upper middle class. There you go.
Yeah, right. Am I right?
You're absolutely right.
I have a bin of Angels, Ducks, Dodgers, Kings, like giveaway towels that are used to wash and dry.
There you go.
Do you guys buy paper towels or do you use the reusable towel?
Are we going to tell the truth here?
You and I share this affliction, affinity.
Yeah, we
Go
love
ahead.
paper.
You
We
go.
both love paper towels.
Oh, I buy paper towels. I use them.
I am a shameless abuser of paper towels.
Here.
Everywhere. Now, here, first of all,
here.
If you're watching on YouTube, I have a roll of paper towels in my hand.
Right.
And these are abundant at 710. They're all over the place. This piece of paper towel that I am now holding up, one sheet of paper towel, is the equivalent of a normal paper towel, like 1/100th of the sheet. They're the worst paper towels in the world.
Yeah.
So to use a paper towel in here, you need to use like 11 of them.
4 or 5 of them.
For one.
Yeah.
At home, I got the bounty ones.
I'm with
that are
you.
like, they're incredible.
That's expensive per square. Yeah, right there. That's a lot.
By the way, that's one of my favorite moments in Costco, putting that huge thing of paper towels into the rest.
Love it.
Yeah, we are flush with paper towels.
I do dry out paper towels and use them again.
I'll
wipe and leave them out.
So
and then bring them back in the morning. Yeah, right.
Yes,
just for water, just for drying.
Let's say you leave a cube. Something just gets wet.
Yes,
it's not a chemical. It's not a juice. It's not sticky. It's just water that you've soaked up. Squeeze the water out and leave it on the counter. Yeah. It will come back to life.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You can use it again.
Yeah.
See? Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. You didn't have that one. See?
Yeah.
There you go.
98% of the fights
we fix stuff.
that Susan and I have had in our what will this be? This was 25. This will be our 28th year. We'll celebrate our 28th anniversary this year.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a whole human adult.
I know.
Yeah.
98% it's a whole Emily.
Of our arguments begin with her asking me to fix something.
Really?
Yes. Because I can't. And here's what it is.
Come on, Trav.
No,
get in there.
DeMarco, this is see, you're making me get in my feelings right now, and I don't like it. Here's why.
I'm sorry, man.
Here's why.
Okay.
It makes me feel stupid.
To not be able to do something? Okay.
Yes, because for instance, the one thing that I've tried dozens of times and I just can't do it is to hang something on a wall. I can drive a nail. I can put in the anchor, the screw. I can get it, but I can never get it to where I want. It's never and especially if something has eye holes that are fixed. right? Like you're trying to put a shelf on that has to hang exactly right.
Yeah.
And it has to be perfectly level. I can't. You can have a template. You can have. I've tried a million, and she's like, "Oh no, this one's really easy." I'm like, Susan, it's not easy for me. I can't do it.
It drives you nuts.
And
what are you holding up?
There's a hack for that.
What's the hack?
To finish.
I will listen. I have heard every hack. I have tried every trick, and I just can't get it.
So you can drive the nail, right? And you can hang the picture that has the cord.
If it's just got the piece of wire, I can do that.
You're talking about measurements on both sides.
I'm talking about
where it's got to
like,
be precise.
You know, like those shelves that you put on the wall. They just attach to the wall.
Yes,
and they have 2 openings on each end.
I do,
and they have to be perfect or it won't go in.
It's tilted, or
it's tilted, or it won't sit flush on the wall.
A lot of pressure. Okay, you got a hack for that? Because I'm with him sometimes.
Go ahead. So you take a piece of paper or a paper towel it's being reused. You go to the back of it, okay? You mark it with a marker. Like you mark the spot where the hole is.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the wall, wherever you drew your line for where that shelf is going to hang, right? You put the paper towel right on the line, and the exact same measurement where you made your dot from that paper towel, you put that on your wall, you drill your hole, and you got the perfect measurement.
I think I got him. So you're
using
that as a template.
So you're saying you come in from the edge of the thing.
So you don't hold the shelf.
Right.
You
use
put it on
the
the table.
paper.
You put the paper. You mark your hole on the paper, and then that hole, you mark that from your paper. You mark it on the wall.
Is that helping?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like every other thing that I've like that makes sense. I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is I can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Are you just
I will miss.
You're afraid of failure.
I tried, and she's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, it is that hard. Leave me alone. And then I feel dumb. Because what you just described, Jorge, is not complicated. Like if you said to me, Trav, here's how you build a fission reactor. That's complicated. I can't do that. If you said to me, take a paper towel, mark it, and you measure in the same way, that seems pretty easy.
Yes.
And yet I can't do it.
What is his name?
Painter's tape.
Is it Brian from Breakfast Club?
Oh, yeah. The nerd.
What, am I stupid because I can't build No, you're a genius because you can't build a lamp.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
Come on, you can do it.
I think it's something that I also have where it's just like the spatial stuff just doesn't work for me.
Spatial stuff.
Like the envisioning and the spatial and like that stuff, it just like building stuff does not work for me at all.
Okay, see, I guess.
But it's just like it's a part of my brain that I just can't get.
I'm with you, Em. I'll call my dad.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, my dad's really good at this stuff. And like the last time I called my dad for one of these things was one of the door handles in our house started to come loose from the door.
Yeah.
Okay. And it kind of would like
door handle loose from door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like how it goes through the door on one side and it's supposed to be flush to the door and tight,
loose.
Right?
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden it's loose and you have to kind of hold it. It just
bust out the screwdriver. Get to work.
Okay. So I'm looking at this door handle. There's no screw. I'm looking like
it's in there. It's underneath.
I'm aware now, DeMarco. So I'm like looking. I'm like, God. I'm going to figure this out. And I'm finally like, blank.
I want to see.
I called my dad. I'm like, how? He goes, did you look underneath the hasp little thing underneath there? He goes, there's a little hole that you have to pop that little ring off.
There you go.
And then you can see. I'm like,
Parker, we got new content. We're going to have Travis and Emily building stuff.
You're going to get a lot of expletives.
Hold on a second. How am I supposed to know? You're
or
supposed
the opposite.
To pop the damn the little cover off. How am I supposed to know that?
Wow.
Like there's just this little teeny tiny opening, and I'm like, I don't have.
Go to Home Depot and ask a question. See?
I'm on your side, Travis. Don't let them bully you into saying, read the directions. No.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Directions.
Yes,
it's a door.
Go to the store, look at a doorknob, and flip it around. The instructions are right there.
YouTube.
I wasn't
for YouTube.
Look. Had there been a new doorknob to install, I would have read the damn directions.
You don't need to just go get a new one, look at it. That's how you do it. And go home and fix your.
I call my dad, not you. My dad is very patient and kind. He's like, oh no, Trav, it's easy. It's just
right there.
Pop it off, and then I was able to do that once I know.
2 brothers, we took everything apart. Everything. As soon as Mom left the house, we started taking stuff apart.
Yeah.
Just to see how we can put it back together and stuff.
No.
What was the thing you said, Emily? People you call to do stuff?
TaskRabbit.
I will.
Is that a real thing?
Yes, I have used TaskRabbit to build a dresser. I've used it to build a TV console.
Yeah.
Basically, you can pick through a bunch of different people, and they have different skills, and they have different rates. And then they'll say, "Hey,
really? How much do you pay them?"
It depends.
Jorge,
it depends.
we got a business, bro.
24-pack, homie.
Just sign up.
No. We could if we got people like Emily and Travis out there, we can make some dough.
Oh, for sure.
I know. I've suggested this to Chris to get someone to pick up a Peloton. Wasn't it yours? So he picked up Greg's Peloton and drove it to Chris's house. Like, there's people that can do anything.
They'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the funny thing.
You could put in what you want done.
Yeah.
And you will get people that bid on
Task Rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
or
playing.
it's just random stuff like build furniture, build a thing. So one thing I was listening to a podcast and this girl said, so you know how In-N-Out does not deliver because they're not on any delivery service.
They will not sacrifice their quality. They will never allow their product to be in the hands of another person. They want to hand it directly to you.
So what this influencer does is she hires a TaskRabbit to get her In-N-Out and bring it to her house.
Why not just go get it yourself?
Right.
Well, because the whole thing is you want food delivered to you.
Okay.
And you might be too drunk to go. You might just not want to get off your couch.
And
so you get it. But you want In-N-Out.
Business out there. Yes.
So you hire a TaskRabbit to get it to you.
It's so funny you said that. So last night, Susan was out, so I was home, and I'm like, okay, well, I really don't want to cook, and I'd already put on my comfy pants, so I wasn't leaving the house. wasn't
You put on the couch.
Yeah.
I got you.
I was not putting on a pair of shoes at this point.
I'm in the house.
I'm in.
Right.
Well, you don't have any shoes on.
Yes.
That's
I had my
shocker.
slippers on.
Dad
I had
is
my
in
slippers
the house.
on. I had my fuzzy slippers on. I'm like, I'm in.
King of my
Right?
domain.
I opened up DoorDash 4 different times. Put in 4 different orders. I did a Chinese food order. I did a Luna Grill order. I did a couple of other things, right? And I'm like, and every time I got to what I wanted, the number was so darn
the charge.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I cannot. So I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
I've done that too.
Good for you. It's food.
It was to get 2 things from my local Chinese restaurant delivered to me. Now, the food's, it was
Keep going.
It was almost $50.
See, if you order that, to me, that's addiction. Because you can get food right there.
Okay, so I have Dash Pass free with my credit card, and it's not that. It's basically the price of price of my food at the base plus tip.
But if you're hungry and I need food to survive,
have Dash
Are you
Pass.
going to spend twice of what it's right? That's what I'm saying.
No, I'll get in the car. At that point, I would put my regular pants back on.
I was so hot. On the road, I ordered something from Panda Express. Had to go through Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Right. It was like $56.
It's a lot.
What the heck?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it is, look, if you're home and you've had an edible or you've had a few glasses of wine, then you're making different decisions.
Nicole and the homie? Hey, Jorge, can you pick this up for me and drive it over?
You're too far.
For a 24-pack.
You'll be my TaskRabbit.
Hook me up, man.
Exactly. All right, ESPN very proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. You know what should be on the list?
What?
Have Travis come to your house and build something.
Fixing
and
stuff.
And you can laugh at him for the entire time. Of course, Make March Matter, helping kids get the breakthrough treatments that they need at CHLA. ESPN will be auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences. All proceeds donated to CHLA. Make sure to visit 710 for CHLA.com. That's 710 FOR CHLA.com to make a difference today. All sorts of great experiences, including going to a baseball game with me, Mace, Greg, going on a hike with me and DeMarco. DeMarco will coach your team.
Yes, sir.
We'll play golf. We'll go on a hike. There's all sorts of great stuff.
Practice last night, too.
Oh, I want to hear about the practice.
Practice
and
last night. Yeah.
I think we did a good job of postponing what we saw in Milwaukee last night, but unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about that, too. It's coming up next. It's Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Retono Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again? Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Lowe's knows that your deadlines don't change, even when your job does. But with Lowe's Buy Online, Pick Up in Store, we'll help you adjust on the fly. And when you absolutely can't leave the project, we can deliver to your job site as soon as same day. Lowe's knows pros. We help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I'm going to use that next football season. He's as scary as a table saw.
Table saws are really
scary. Yeah.
They're loud. They got a big blade that spins
right in the
real
middle.
fast.
Yes, you can just see your fingers coming off.
And you put your hands right
next
to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
No way. No
like
way.
It.
I took shop. Didn't help.
You what kind of shop? Metal?
Wood and metal.
How'd you do?
I passed.
C?
Probably a B.
Okay. All right. What'd you guys build?
In wood shop, we built a little like jewelry box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With a hinge, and you routed the top so it was smooth on all the sides, and you'd stain it and all that.
You still have it?
I do.
Bring it, please.
I do.
I want to see what you built.
And I built a bookcase that I also still have.
You still have that?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pretty simple. What else do we do in wood shop? I think those are the only two things. And then in metal shop, we built fireplace tools.
Nice.
And
the poker?
The poker and the tongs.
Oh, so you guys got to use the
twist,
nice.
And we had a furnace in the shop and everything. Yeah. And then we also had this thing where you got to pour liquid metal, which was awesome. So you made like a mold of a word that you wanted.
Yeah.
And you got to, it was pretty badass.
Always cool. That's cool.
Eighth grade.
Did you do shop class?
I did.
Emily?
Yeah.
Shop class?
No.
No shop class at all.
They don't have shop anymore. Not at least not in the high school that my kids went to. And
I did.
See, they should put. Do they still do auto shop?
I did auto shop and I did wood shop.
Do they still do auto shop?
Mr. Anderson.
Oh my God! Put that back in schools
Not
ASAP.
where my kids went to school.
Really?
Maybe there's other place, but no.
Put it back in there ASAP.
Not auto shop, not wood shop, not metal shop. None of that.
No.
And a sandblaster to take the paint off of things. Sandblasting.
You sandblasted?
Oh, dude, that was
cool.
cool.
You must have been
that
good.
Was cool,
you got A's.
What did you make?
We made a doghouse.
Okay.
A bird feeder.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
That was for wood shop, and there was like a bunch of little art things with your initials on it.
Yeah.
And then metal shop, we made a what do you call this? A thing you hold your tools, like a little tote.
Oh, like
out
a
of
tool. Oh yeah, with the sheet metal.
So we had sheet metal. Yeah. We had to bend it, all that stuff.
I think we did that too.
And with that arc welding, Zach.
We never. They didn't have that.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Yeah, we didn't have the arc welder.
We got the arc welding, but we could not get to the one with the flame. I wanted that one so
the
bad.
torch.
Yeah, we kept screwing up in class. Yeah. We couldn't do it. Yeah.
So when we did the furnace, Mr. Cleary, I actually remember Mr. Cleary. Mr. Cleary was the only one allowed near the furnace to melt the metal.
Okay.
To go
Liability.
Think about that. You had a furnace hot enough to melt metal in a classroom.
Yeah.
Like never.
Different time. Different time.
Indeed. How was your practice yesterday?
Good, man. We're going to be okay. We don't know who we're playing.
We never.
What the heck was that?
That was you.
Oh, that was me? Okay, we got smoked by a team from Whittier.
Okay.
More players, and they were better, so we're going to see them again.
Okay.
And that's what we're practicing for, specifically for that group. So good practice yesterday. They're starting
When do
to
you play?
We 23rd, 24th.
Okay.
So not
so you
this
got a
weekend,
week.
next weekend. But they're starting to come together as a unit, as a team. They're starting to prank each other.
Oh.
Right. That's how you know you're getting close, when you're messing around and these little cliques are starting to form. So we're starting to hit our stride as a team.
That's
there you
good.
go. Yeah. We encourage that. I encourage that.
Does it happen in the pros?
Absolutely.
Does it?
You can tell when a team becomes family.
Yeah.
It's weird when you start looking inward, where you just can't wait to get to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're happy to see everyone. Believe me, the opposite happens too. I can't wait to get away from you dudes, man.
Look.
Yeah.
We've anybody that's been an athlete, and whether it's Little League, high school, college, pros, you have teams that I love these guys.
Yeah.
You have teams like, man, these aren't my guys.
Bro,
you have both.
You know how I feel about football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is after I retired and I came back for that 1 year run with the Niners. I am so gassed. I'm ready to play. I want revenge on the Rams.
Real quick. So you finished with the Rams, took a year off, and then came back?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years to get healthy. So Donahue was the GM.
Yeah.
And Erickson was the coach.
Dennis Erickson, yeah.
I knew him from Washington State. They knew me. Donahue had been in my living room since I was a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, your brother played at UCLA.
Knew him. So came back for that 1 year. And I'm so geeked, and I am like out for revenge. Like with snot bubbling and smoke coming out of my ears, I want to play the Rams. I want to end Kurt Warner just because I'm bitter. Yeah, I'm that mad. Yeah. All that went away the minute T.O. came into the room. I kid you not.
I don't know T.O. other than what I've read and seen, but you and T.O. do not strike me as guys that are going to see eye to eye.
I love T.O. I do. He's a great dude, but just like how they looked at him and how they treated him in that locker room, I'm like, nah, this ain't me.
That culture is not your culture.
I'm on the wrong side of this.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here. This is strictly about revenge. You know what they say about revenge? When you set out on a course of revenge, first start by digging 2 graves.
Yeah.
I'm out. I retire. So, yes, it happens both ways.
Yeah. Did the Super Bowl team have the best? Because sometimes
our chemistry, it was crazy, man.
Because sometimes you have teams with bad chemistry that are really good. It's not unprecedented.
Rare.
It's rare, but it's not never.
Yeah, it's rare. That Super Bowl run and our college team, they were different. We were
college
all family.
Is a little different. It feels like just because you're younger and you're a little more willing to listen to things.
Yeah,
you're a little more willing to listen to another way to do it or another point. Like by the time you're a pro and you've been around, like this works for me. I'm doing this.
But it's a collection of elite guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and you're all in this, and you're blessed, and you feel blessed to be there. Like this is going to be something special, and you want to be a part of it. College, it was more like what was his name from Miracle? Herb Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had an enemy in common. It was the head coach, right? So that's what brought
Don
us
James
together.
had a little Herb Brooks going on.
Oh my God, he was unrelenting.
I knew he was a great coach, but was he that brutal?
If he walked, God rest his soul, if he walked in here right now, I would sit up straight and not say a freaking word. Yeah, he had that sort of presence. Yeah, it was scary when he showed up. So we would have coaches show up in the classroom, big classes, 700 people in those classrooms. So you're in the back trying to get a nap. Your coach, your D-line coach or position coach would walk in, stop the class. Is DeMarco in class? Wave your hand. Thank you very much. See you at practice and walk out. When DJ shows up, you're screwed.
Oh, if you were asleep?
If Don James shows up in your classroom, this is bad for you.
They would surprise class inspection?
Just to make sure you're there. Yes. I know. That's
impressive.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's impressive.
Stop the whole lecture. Hold on.
I like that.
Are you in class? Yes, sir.
How often did you interact with him as no longer as a college player, but as a pro or even later in your life?
Coach James?
Yeah.
Okay, weird. So turned pro, it was 2 years after I left when I went back and saw him, and he had resigned my senior year because of all that Pac-10 stuff. So I hadn't seen him for 2 years.
So you played for Lambright for a year too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Bro, you want to talk about drunk with power.
Okay.
I love that dude. I do. I love Lambeau, God rest his soul, but he went nuts with power. Yeah, changed everything. Changed the helmets, changed the end zones.
They went like purple helmets, right?
The grape helmets. It was terrible.
No, those gold helmets are the University of Washington helmets.
He tried to do everything he could to erase Don James. Yeah. So I went back after 2 years, and Coach James is still Coach James. I'm petrified of the man. And he said, "Hey, DeMarco, how are you doing?" Like a completely different dude. Shirt was unbuttoned. I saw like the hair. I'm like, wow, this is a different DJ. and he says, "Call me Don." And
oh,
I'm like,
no, I can't do that.
I can't do that, Coach.
Can't do
I'm
that.
sorry.
No.
Yes.
No. I might be able to look you in the eye now, but I'm not calling you Don. That's great.
Yes. That's good chemistry. Yes. We're building that with our little team.
You have an interesting take on what the Lakers should do tonight against Denver. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Getting
Wait, our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson, let's get you on the road.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So we've covered your basketball. We've covered I can't fix anything and dictator coaches.
Right. I wonder where Redick is.
Yeah. Dude.
I wonder.
So,
yeah.
You were talking before the show.
Yeah.
You were watching on TNT last night.
Yeah.
I was watching on Spectrum. And so, obviously, we have all watched Spectrum. After the game, they come on and Geeter and the guys kind of break down the game. And then they go to the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
JJ was hot. Like he was, and hot might be the wrong word. You could tell he was deeply frustrated.
Not happy.
Yeah, deeply frustrated as to what was going on. Luka had a great night, at least scoring. He had 45. He was knocking down his threes. He was, 7 out of 13 from behind the 3-point line. Reeves had a pretty good night, and that's kind of the end of the list. The guys that had a good night.
Yeah, Reeves having his game come around is always a positive.
Yeah.
I need somebody to explain plus minus. I think I know what it is, right? Luka had 45 points, but he was minus 16.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen often when you have a guy that scores that much? You're going to be in the minus?
If no one else is doing anything, sure.
That's like the equivalent of like garbage time.
It can
in
be.
Football.
It's more a function of the entire team while you're on the court than just you.
Okay.
Right? Because it takes everybody into account. It's how many points the team is giving up and how many points the team is scoring in those moments.
It's not direct
it's
to
not
the
exactly
one guy.
WAR, which is wins above replacement, which is that one personal player.
If you're getting your ass kicked like the Lakers did last night, to be on the high side of plus minus, unless you come in at the very end of the game and it's garbage time, is almost impossible.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that stood out. 45 points, but you're a minus 16. It's not directly just you. I think that was indicative of everybody. But I think JJ, to your point, I think he understands the drama and the theatrics of coaching. You lost, and you're shorthanded. There's many excuses you could throw out. You didn't have LeBron, you didn't have Rui, you didn't have Jackson Hayes. They had Giannis, they had Brook Lopez, they had the size. So many excuses you can throw out there for why the Lakers lost. I'm sure he could too, but I don't think that's the right tact right now for a coach. It's we lost, we suck tonight, and we expect more of our players, even if it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's
Does that
an
make
important
sense?
part. Yeah,
right.
sure.
Yeah. Even if it's not true what I'm saying, we
So
have to have
the frustration
better.
is obviously very real, but at least a piece of that is performative.
It's got to be.
At least a small piece of it.
If you're holding guys to a high standard when you lose, that's the push you have to put on.
Is part of it the rookie coach thing? Just this for my first time doing it, and I can never let a thing slide. I can never let a bad night slide. I have to always be the guy that is pissed when we lose a game.
Who do you think he emulates as a coach? I'm assuming Coach K,
That would be my
right?
guess.
So I think this is what Coach K would give you.
Yeah.
Like as a young athlete, we're emulating people we see. He's a young coach. I'm sure he's doing a lot of what Coach K would do. So we lost. We can't throw out excuses. So I'm coaching the guys that were on the floor. We weren't good enough. That's the face you get.
I also think he's a first-year coach. He hasn't gone through this before. He hasn't gone through this as a coach, this part of the season where he can't be on the court and affect the game. He can only, call the plays. And so I think he might adjust and become a little softer as time goes by.
I don't want him to be softer. I want him to be that
or pace himself better.
I want the players to know where the lines are.
Is.
Yeah,
the standard is the standard.
Play good, you get happy, coach.
For
you lose
games?
and play bad, you get this.
I do think that you figure out what works for you. Figure out what works for your team after you've put it to you this way. I would hope that a guy that is coaching in his 5th season is a little different than the guy who was coaching in his 1st season.
Oh, I'm sure.
You've learned some things along the way. You've learned that pushing on this moment is not the right thing. I'm going to back off a little bit here, or maybe don't back off here, actually push harder in this particular moment.
Yeah.
You just kind of figure out what that is.
I'm liking him to Sean McVay. Same thing. Because didn't Mason and Ireland make that connection? Young coaches? You did. Okay, so same thing. I've never really heard him blow up or throw anybody under the bus.
No.
I don't think Redick threw anybody under the bus. He just told you we didn't play.
You know what's funny? The only guy that Sean McVay kind of threw under the bus a little bit. And
Jared?
And by the way, he's come back around and said, you know what, I didn't do that right.
Yeah.
He has taken ownership of that. But because I remember sitting in this chair.
Yeah.
And I think it was the Miami game.
Oh, yeah. And he should have been thrown under the bus for that performance.
He went in and I think it was, we're going to evaluate everything. We need to be better at quarterback. Yeah. And it was like, and Kirk and I are looking at each other like, whoa, well, that was new.
Jared was the squirts that day.
Yeah.
He really was.
He was bad.
So he should have gotten called out. But, I mean, same with JJ. He's not going to give you the excuses or lean on that. We put the Lakers on the floor, the ones that were healthy, and they didn't play well enough to win. So he's not going to be smiling about it.
No.
He shouldn't be smiling about it.
No, I agree. But I think you're right. I think part of it is because I do think there's a difference between an excuse and an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
An excuse is something like, come on, man. Like, you couldn't figure that out?
Yeah.
The sun was in my eyes. Yeah, it was in everybody else's eyes, too. You know, like, that's an excuse.
Right.
An explanation is half my team's back in L.A. getting medical treatment.
Yeah.
That's an explanation. That's not an excuse.
I don't know if he was reacting to a question. It depends on the question you get.
It wasn't question related.
Okay.
It was general.
But if you
demeanor.
got a dumb question like, why didn't you guys play better, or why did Giannis go off?
He didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, we didn't have our bigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, this was we've lost 3 in a row.
Right.
We've got Denver tonight.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow night, and to go back in time a little bit. And I don't like this. I am frustrated by my inability to figure out this puzzle, by my players' inability to figure out this puzzle. Yeah, we're missing some pieces, but we should at least be able to put together a different picture.
Lost
and
by
his frustration.
20, right? And Luka and Austin Reeves combined for like 70-some points.
Almost 70, yeah.
Okay, so some of that, you could have made it a little closer.
The role players weren't good last night.
No, not at all. So I would be, if you're JJ, you should be a little upset. Some of those guys could have played better. Now, you may not have beaten the Bucks, but it wouldn't have been a 20-point blowout.
You had a chance because
I heard this to 2. Yeah.
They made a run in the third quarter where you're like, okay, here we go, and then the next thing you know, boom,
they
gone.
hit the gas. Right?
Yeah, they pulled away, and that was it. What's on tap today on 710 ESPN? Thanks to Michelob Ultra. Lakers take on Denver. Coverage begins at 5. Tip-off is at 6:30. You can hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 AM or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. You have a game plan for tonight against the Nuggets, don't you?
Me?
Yeah. When you came in, it was the first thing you said this morning.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's a game plan. You tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. You want me to say it now or later?
No, say it now.
Say it right now? Why would you play anybody versus Denver? Why would you play Luka right now? Why would you play Austin Reeves right now versus Denver? Does anybody think they're going to beat the Nuggets in Denver on a back-to-back after getting blown out by the Nuggets? Mm-hmm. Anybody?
Yeah, I think it's possible.
How?
Because it's happened before. This is a perfect example. Last year where they went into Boston, they didn't have AD, they didn't have LeBron.
Yeah.
It's like, just punt, they won. You come back here against the Celtics last year. That stuff happened, and especially with Luka, you always got a shot.
He scored 45 points last night, and they didn't have a shot. They lost by 20.
By the way, I don't disagree with your general idea, but do they have a chance? Sure you do.
If I'm JJ, I would be like, sorry, NBA. I know this is a big game, but
I'm
no.
not betting on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's likely, but sure, you have a chance.
I think the bigger chance is that Luka gets injured or isn't going to be able to play further.
And you're too close to the playoffs to where one little thing can affect you a month from now. I would be smart. I'd be cagey about this. I would make the NBA so mad at me. You know what? I'm just not playing my guys here. I've already sent LeBron and those guys home. I've already set the precedents, whatever it is. I would just say versus Denver, Luka's down, Austin Reeves is down.
Len sanity.
Have fun.
Alex,
have
Len
fun.
sanity.
I'm so with you right there. Here you go. There you go, Joker. Beat
so
up
you're
on
just
him.
saying just for tonight, let's just keep our powder dry for another day.
What's the point of going in there and trying to actually beat the Nuggets on the second night of a back-to-back, coming from Milwaukee when you just got your butt handed to you?
Well,
and I'm with you. We show up to work every day. This is what we do. But at some point, you got to be smart.
I think that's it. It's being strategic.
It's chess. Yes.
I'm not gonna give you. I'm gonna wait. You can have this one.
Right.
Go ahead.
And we'll pick this up later.
And we'll pick this up later.
We'll pick this one up later. That's what I'm saying. It makes more sense, especially if you don't have your guys.
Look, if Luka has a little nagging injury or something that isn't great, and you go to him and you say, "Hey, look, what do you think?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can take a night. Take a night."
Yeah.
But if he's like, "You know what? I finally started to make some shots last night. I feel pretty good. Let's keep rolling."
They even asked him about tonight, and Lucas said, "We'll see."
Yeah, but
that told me everything I need to know.
I'm not going to take what he says publicly as the gospel.
Yeah,
because I think that we'll see. He's questionable. He's like that's just kind of moving forward in perpetuity.
This is
I think
me.
That's what it's going to be.
Can we have a dog, Dad? We'll see. That means no.
Well, no, it doesn't, because he's been saying that since he got here.
True.
And he's played pretty much every night.
And he's always going to have something. You know this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why this is you and me, a private conversation, not what he says to Trudell after the game. Not what, you know what I mean? It's just not for public consumption, but for private. Hey, how do you feel? Do you need a day? If he goes, I could use a day, give him the day.
Okay.
But if he says, you know what, JJ, I'm close.
Yeah.
Like my shot's going down. He made 6 threes last night. I'm rounding into shape. I feel pretty good. I'd like to play. Then play him.
Or you can be like JJ and be the great boss and say, you know what? I'm giving you the day off.
Yeah,
I'm not even asking you. You're done. You're done.
If that's what he wants, fine. But I'm going to collaborate with my best guys. I'm going to trust my best guys. And
I want him to fight me. Luka, you're down. No, I want to play. No, but you're down.
For him specifically, the fact that he had not shot well for most of his time here as a Laker, and he did last night, if he's like, I want to keep that feeling going, I need to get that touch back, that rhythm back, that feel back, I'm going to let him play.
Oh, yeah. By the way, did you see, what did Shaq call it? The Uno? The one-legged three-pointer? Bro, what are we doing?
I did not hear that. The Uno?
The Uno.
That's
what are we?
great.
But the shot, what are we doing? A three-pointer off one leg. And absolutely drained it. This dude is not from this planet.
The rules for certain. It's like, look,
right.
Everybody needs. If you're building a shot in a lab, I want everybody to shoot it like Klay Thompson.
Oh my God!
Okay?
Right. Yeah.
But if you shoot it like Reggie Miller sideways, but it goes in every time, go ahead. Right? If you want to shoot them off one leg and they go in, how many times do you think somebody yelled at Steph Curry, that's a terrible shot, until he kept making them just go ahead.
And you just shut people up.
Just go ahead.
No doubt.
Just keep shooting.
Luka strikes me to do. He's like a dude at a craps table. It's like, you can't hit that again. Kaka. right.
Only he's got loaded dice.
Right. He might.
Yeah,
he might.
He's going to keep.
You
knocking
can't
it
hit
down.
that again. Kaka. There it is again.
We got our weekly snake draft coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Is your vehicle ready? It is, right? It is. Look at the sticker. Yep, you're ready. If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. And that's a real 15 minutes, by the way. Not a 15 minutes that's actually an hour. It's 15 minutes that is 15 minutes. And we all got to make sure that our cars are running at their absolute best. So if you're looking for oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, getting those wipers fixed, or anything else that you can think of, pull on up, drive in, drive out in about 15 minutes. And at Valvoline, you don't even get out of your car. You stay in your car, nice and relaxed, nice and safe, while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its very, very best. You're down the road with your car running at its best in no time at all. There are 80 spots around Southern California ready to get your ride, ready for the road in no time. So here's how you find one. SoCalOilChange.com. That's SoCalOilChange.com for game-winning coupons and locations off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Fogg.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
All right, it's Friday. It's 9:45, and so we're going to do a snake draft today. And I was thinking, because Severance had its penultimate episode of the season yesterday, and it apparently has put up 3 billion minutes on Nielsen. And I know I'm the only person in this room that watches it, but it seems to be a lot of people like it. But I don't want to sell you guys because I think you guys aren't going to like it or just aren't interested in it. So we're going to draft things that are overhyped per se, that people are trying to sell on you, and you're like, nah, I'm just gonna skip that one. All right, so our order is going to be Travis, Jorge, Emily, DeMarco.
All right.
3 each, 12 total.
Declining the invite to a certain show.
And I think it has to have a level of phenomenon where at least you're aware of it. You just don't...
Like, people like it.
Right. Try
and
this, and we're saying no.
No,
and it's not like a jokey like that. People are genuinely passionate about this, and you're like,
okay,
meh.
yes. Do we have to, like, hard pass, or did we start and stop?
I think you can start and stop.
Yeah.
I think it's like you can recognize that this isn't for you.
I'm so glad I got the top pick.
Okay.
Yes.
Because this is the definition of what you're talking about for me. It was a phenomenon. The vast majority of people I know not only liked it, loved it. I've gotten the hard sell on, Trav, you would love this. You really need to check this out. It's got this, that, and the next thing that you like. Go check it out. I promise you're going to like it. And I just have zero interest in ever consuming a single second of the content Game of Thrones.
Ah, okay.
Like,
good choice.
I just don't give a damn.
It was everywhere.
Yeah.
I
I don't care. I'm glad all of you Game of Thrones folks love it. Good for you. I'm glad you found something that hits you in your sweet spot. I don't care.
It's in my wheelhouse, and I got so sick of talking about dragons. Yeah.
I'm interested that anyone ever tried to sell you, because knowing you, it's completely not your thing.
I know. I know it is, but people, oh no, it's like a mob thing. It's like this thing.
It's not.
I'm like, no, I don't. It's got dragons and knights and English accents. I'm out.
It's got pretty ladies, but you gotta have a little whimsy.
Other things.
You gotta have a little whimsy. Yeah. Good pick. Jorge, what's your second pick?
My and it's funny that you said this during the meeting too, and it's The Sopranos. You guys talk about this all the time. I tried it for 4 episodes, and I was buying it, but then 48 minutes, 50 minutes, it's just it's a drag for me, and it's like you guys have spoiled it. People talk about it all the time. I don't care much for it anymore, so it's just The Sopranos for me.
Perfect choice. It's the greatest TV show of all time.
Yeah, for you,
right up
it's
there.
the greatest TV show
right
of all time.
I'm
telling you.
It's top 3 or 4 at worst.
You don't know what you're missing.
But that's this draft. This draft is this.
Yeah. It's a perfect pick for you.
For you guys.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay, my first pick is going to be why I'm playing this music. It's Tom Cruise movies. I have attempted, I have tried, and I like a couple, but I don't like him. I like everything around this movie but him and his performance. I don't think that I've watched a movie where I'm like, wow, I liked Tom Cruise in it. I really liked how he played this. I'm always just like, I guess. I like it despite him if I like a Tom Cruise movie. So Tom Cruise movies is my choice.
The au revoir of Tom Cruise.
Like, if you just subbed him out for any other action star, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, put Arnold Schwarzenegger in Top Gun, I'd probably like it better.
That would be interesting.
I feel like this is
at
least Jennifer Connelly slander adjacent, and I'm not here for it.
I'm going to hit the brakes and he'll fly right by. I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
Goose, come back, Goose.
You get
Also, him with that accent being in Top Gun would just really not work.
Well, you'd be waiting for him to be a double agent the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. His name is Rudolph.
I did not know we can include like movies and series. So this opens up a whole nother thing. I'll start here then. The Hunger Games.
Oh.
I got so sick of all these people talking about the Hunger Games. They were everywhere. And I like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's a fantastic actress. But I got so sick of that face. The whole Hunger Games. How many movies were there in
4?
Were there
4 or 5. Now there is a 5th one that came out 2 years ago.
Too much. Okay, I'll go with the Hunger Games.
This hurts me. This hurts me a lot.
I'm sorry.
I brought it up actually this morning with Travis. It's like, I'm going to, on Tuesday, there's a new Hunger Games book coming out. I'm going to go walk myself to a Barnes & Noble and buy a new one on the day that this is released. And I will read it before the end of that weekend. These are one of those books that I binge read. I loved.
If you weren't into it, you were no longer cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. I got it. I get it.
You're with me on that one?
Okay, but also, DeMarco,
yeah,
it's not for you. It's for young adults.
But it had that phenomenon.
It was
where,
everywhere.
It's even great for this. Like, just leave me alone. Just let me
Everywhere.
not watch
Yes. Okay, so that one. I get two?
Yeah, you get two.
Okay, so let me reach back a little bit, and I just changed the page. And I gave up on this. It was so much fun, but it got so frustrating, and then once you stopped, it just kept on, and people kept going with it. Lost.
Oh,
remember that
I
show,
get it.
Lost?
I get it.
Oh, man. I mean, I couldn't wait for them to get into the bunker.
That's such a great pick.
Yes.
Because I literally had forgotten about it. It was a phenomenon.
It was.
Like, it was a big, J.J. Abrams. Like,
Everybody
it was a
had
big deal.
theories,
Everybody,
yes.
And I remember dipping my toe, and I'm like, this is stupid.
I left.
Like, and so did I.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Those
done.
are great
Lost
picks.
is on my list. Yes.
And the two that you picked just really hurt my heart, but it's okay, and I understand. Those are things that I'm obsessed with that I understand why people don't like them.
You know what's funny? If it doesn't feel like that, it's not the right. Like all of these are wildly popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be something that's like very popular like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, I don't know. Actually, DeMarco, you might be interested in this. So this is coming back at you for things that you like, maybe. I'm sorry to this company. I apologize, sir. Marvel. I don't give a crap about anything having to do with Marvel. I really couldn't care less. Any movie you put out there, any show you put out there. I have watched Iron Man, the original, in 2008.
Yes.
I have watched Black Widow because it was like 2 days after I moved here and it was at a station event, so I was like, I'll just go to Black Widow. And I have watched... That's it. Oh, Black Panther. I like Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'll put that out there. I like Black Panther.
That's good.
Anything else Marvel, I could not give a crap about.
Can I make a counterpoint to you choosing Marvel?
What?
Look in the upper right-hand corner of your paycheck.
I understand.
Oh.
But especially since Endgame,
That's a good reason.
everything they've put out there has been bad. It's all been bad.
You're a huge Marvel guy.
I am.
Yeah, I split the difference between you.
Yeah.
I am not consumed by the universe, and I've seen, I don't know, maybe 8 of the movies.
Yeah.
And I liked 4 of them.
Okay.
Like, 4 of them are like, what am I doing here? And then the other 4 are like, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked Black Panther. I liked Endgame. Like, some of them were really cool.
Yeah.
But others were
Did
like...
you guys grow up reading comics?
No.
Okay, that's the difference.
Yeah.
So this is like comics come to life.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of this.
And especially with Endgame, it was such a phenomenon. I think it is still the most. It's earned the most money of any movie that's ever been made ever.
Yeah.
I understood it. I couldn't care less. So I'm sorry to this company. I like talking about sports.
That
Jorge.
mouse in the corner has
I know.
swing a big stick. I'm just saying. Jorge.
All right, so during my TV days, we traveled places and stuff, and sometimes one of the producers would be like, "Yeah, I need you to do this shot like The Walking Dead." I'm like, dude, I don't watch The Walking Dead. I can care less about The Walking Dead. I don't care about the zombies or whatever happens in that show. Like, The Walking Dead is one of those that everybody seemed to care at the time, and I just, whatever.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you like it?
I gave up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave up on it right before, Negan came into... Negan.
Yeah, this is a good pick because it had a moment where it was a big deal. I've never seen a single
It was
second.
on the same day as Breaking Bad and Mad Men.
Yeah.
So it was like in that AMC Sunday
It's a
pill.
good pick.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a couple of
Get
things
2.
here. I get 2. All right, I think I know where I'm going to go. And then my next pick is something that is very popular. It's very positive, and it had a moment where everybody's talking about, oh, you don't watch it? You love sports. How do you not watch this? How do you not do this? Ted Lasso.
Oh,
just got renewed for season 4 today.
Yeah.
Football is live.
Like Ted Lasso, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
I hard pass.
Okay.
And I like Jason Sudeikis. I think he's really good. I understand what the concept is.
Yeah.
Football coach turned soccer coach.
Did you like Major League?
Yeah.
It's basically that.
I get that. No, I'm out. I'm out.
Did you give it a chance?
No.
Okay, you never gave... Too many people were talking about it.
It was super hard pressed.
Yeah.
It was one of those things I thought I would not like, and then once people started doubling down, I tripled down.
Not to be antithetical to this segment, but you should watch White Lotus because Aubrey Plaza's character at one point in time, she's talking to these other people. She goes, I don't watch White Lotus. No, I don't watch Ted Lasso. And so that's part of it. So, anyway.
Ted Lasso, and I got 3 other good ones. Here's another one, and this may fall into the category like you were talking about with Hunger Games.
Okay.
Because it isn't necessarily for me. It's for younger people than me, but it was everywhere, is everywhere, and I don't consume the stuff. I read the first book with one of my kids, and it was fine, but I just didn't get swallowed into the world of Harry Potter.
Okay.
Just, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy, but no thank you. Don't want Harry Potter.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yes. Books, movies.
I'm going to Harry Potter World next week when I go to Universal. And
we're jumping all over
and
stuff.
Don't make a mistake about like one of the characters.
That's what I mean.
They
It's
will
like these
correct
get
you.
so fanatical about this stuff. It's like, guys, it's fake. Stop. Oh, I'm in the house of, Tiddlywinks. I don't give a damn. Leave me out of it.
Tiddlywinks.
Like, you'd be in the house of Chinese checkers. I don't care.
Right.
Leave me alone.
It's not real.
There are a lot of problematic things about Harry Potter, which is a good reason to dislike Harry Potter, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Totally.
Jorge.
I want that invisible cloak, though. That's pretty cool.
See? There you go.
I'm going to go with the other one. I called it by the wrong name the other day, Emily, on the show. It's Somebody Call Saul or
Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I named it again. It's, again, I already saw the Breaking Bad of it. Why make something pre to that? Like
I'm going to do the thing that why we don't like it because it's awesome and Saul's a great character.
But I was, no thanks. It wasn't for me. So those are my three.
That's a good list.
Nice.
Okay. I want to do this one because I think I have a good explanation for why, but I don't know if it's going to hit everybody the same way. So I might do it in our honorable mentions of it all. The next one I'm going to do true crime podcast, specifically murder podcasts, because I don't get the hype. I don't understand. It just makes you scared. It's making millions of women just scared. Women are the most people that watch these shows. It's so formulaic, almost to a terrible. And then also calling your show "My Favorite Murder." What the heck is up with that? It makes me so mad,
weird,
and I have never really got. So I'm saying specifically the murder ones. I think true crime in terms of like white collar crime and other stuff. Like if no one dies, it's a little better for me, but if you're profiting off of someone else's dying, I really don't care for it. So, true crime podcast, parentheses, murder.
Do you watch or listen to True Crime Pod?
I do. I love those.
Me too.
They're great when you're driving. It keeps you interested.
I want to know who did it.
Yeah, and
I want to know where the cops messed up.
It's so formulaic, and it's almost so cheap. It's so cheap.
It is, but it's good stuff. There's a Netflix show called I Am Killer.
Yeah, I haven't clicked on that yet.
Bro, you won't stop.
Okay.
I will never click on it.
It's fantastic. You might. If you did, you might be hooked. Because
I guarantee you I won't.
It's pretty interesting.
Last pick for you,
Is this me? Okay, so you took my Better Call Saul. And I am a Breaking Bad guy, and I love the character. Here's the problem. I got started too late. So I'm way behind everyone else.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait until it's not a thing and then start again.
I get that.
And watch this like it's new.
I get that.
Right. So I'm going to wait. So you took mine, but here's mine. This is a phenomenon. Spawned 2 or 3 movies. It was everywhere for HBO. It was HBO for a while. Sex and the City. Yes.
It's on my list.
Sex and the City. I'm like, it's why would I watch that show? No, you need to watch that show. It's really good. It's really good. I don't want to watch that show. But then when you start watching that show, you understand why it's a good show. I get it.
I understand why it's appealing. It's just not for you or for me.
Right. Yeah. But just it was everywhere, and it's one of those things. If you didn't watch Sex and the City, you were not cool.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
Your list and my list could be interchangeable, and we're good.
We're there.
We're
yes.
good.
Here is my honorable mention that I didn't get to, and I want to do this. Colleen Hoover books. Colleen Hoover is a drag on all of society, and also specifically female reader society. If you think that her books are good books, you don't need read enough.
I don't know who that is.
You got to read more. She did the Last of Us. She's doing Verity. There's a bunch of different books that are coming out. They fly off the shelves. I don't understand it. I think that women don't read enough. Therefore, you need to read more and better books. If you think Colleen Hoover is a good writer, you're wrong. And if you also think people watch it too to get kind of excited. Have more sex. If you're getting excited from these books, you're not doing that enough. So I'm just saying, Colleen Hoover books suck.
Do you know who that is?
No,
me neither.
No.
She started the Last of Us. No, the Sense
What was the one? Oh, 50 Shades of Grey. I got so tired of hearing about that stupid book.
That would have been a good.
That's fan fiction. That's literally fan fiction.
That would have been a good.
Never again. Yeah.
Based off of Twilight.
2 I want to throw in there that nobody picked. Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Hard pass.
No.
Oh yeah.
Hard
yeah.
No, I would convince you. This is so good.
Hard
metaphor for life is in there.
Fine.
Yes.
So it's in a lot
and
of
Harry
other
Potter
things
too.
That don't have fantastical beasts.
And they're too long. They're 4 hours long.
The second you got a Hobbit Bye.
Come on.
I'm gone.
I root for the orcs. I root for the orcs.
If you want to give me a metaphor for life, I'm interested.
There you go.
Hey, is that a dragon? Nope. I'll go somewhere else. I'm 100%. So that. And this one, I did watch the first season, and I really did like it. But after that, it just completely lost me, was the TV series 24.
24. Okay, it was fun, right?
The first season was good, and then after that, I'm like,
he went to killing everybody.
Yeah. His daughter in the cougar cave.
It was like, no, I'm
that
out
show
on
was
this.
For me, anything Star Wars, Mandalorian, Andor, all that.
Again, sorry, company, sorry, Mr. Disney.
You didn't have to go there, man. You could have left it. Why? Come on.
Diego Luna's my guy, Andor, but
no. What's better than a Star Wars movie? 2 Star Wars
Any
movies.
other movie.
I thought that Star Wars was like the NFL, where there is no saturation point, right?
Yeah.
Like, just give me more. Just give me more. I was wrong.
No, there isn't.
I was.
Every time a show or a movie opens, I will be there. And there's millions of us.
You do that, and I will watch Better Call
There are dozens of us.
Lightsabers are real.
Yeah.
Come on.
Episode 1 is my favorite one.
All right. I got a question for you about Ohtani. We're getting closer to opening day, and Jeff Passan wrote something that sparked a thought. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Next Gen is the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, Next Gen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from Next Gen. Call 833-3NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on PrizePicks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on PrizePicks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. PrizePicks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. PrizePicks, run your game.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
And I've also got a Mason and Ireland bobblehead.
I think I have one left.
I have one left.
I think that would actually go.
They have some on eBay.
I'm going to look on eBay and see if there's one still there. I don't think it's worth as much as you guys think it's worth.
Oh, I think
but
if we
sign it.
Oh, sign. Yeah,
maybe.
Now you're talking. Other than that, I can't think of anything that you know what, I would sell my Shohei Ohtani bobblehead, the one with decoy.
Oh, there we go.
I think that would go for a lot. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with Shohei, but I think I could get some money for that.
There's one for sale for $100.
$100!
That's more than I thought.
Y'all's bobblehead?
Yeah. I hate our bobblehead.
Well,
It's got like
weird
half
one.
of me and
It's a
half
weird
of
one.
John, and neither side looks like us.
Yeah,
and it makes me look really fat. I don't know.
Well, it makes both of us look
Yeah,
fat.
it makes us both look fat.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
This is the worst pick on the list, so it might be the best pick on the list. Jorge refusing to dip his toe in the Soprano universe.
I mean, that one's... No, your one with Game of Thrones was pretty bad.
No.
I'm with him. I'm with him. It's just, it got too far away from us.
The funny thing is, and look, we're not going to convince you. I understand that. But if you actually started to watch it, you would be like, this show is great.
I did for a little bit.
Guarantee you that's not true.
No, it is.
Because anything medieval... Or dragon adjacent,
sword and sandals.
You're thinking about it all. I'm not gonna try and convince you. I'm not gonna go on some tangent trying to convince you.
But the opening scene would be like, I'm out.
Yeah, I know.
Sean Bean got killed.
The opening scene is a bunch of dead bodies scattered in the woods.
Right.
Who else got killed real
in
fast?
medieval times?
Oh yeah,
I'm out.
So I'll tell you,
Played by a dragon.
Right there, you go.
John Ireland, who'll be on today with Mason. He was the exact same way. He's like, it's dragons. I ain't gonna watch that garbage.
He has tried to sell me.
Did he wind up loving it?
And he
wound up loving it. I bet.
I
bet if you gave it a real chance, you might get hooked.
Season, you will get completely hooked. But
you
don't want to do
How many episodes are in a season?
10?
Yeah.
And they're an hour long?
Yeah.
That's 10 hours to hook me on something? That's a
long
time.
Yeah.
Probably the end of the first episode.
I just don't want to. Yeah.
Either way.
Who played Aquaman? What's his name again? Jason Momoa. So Sean Bean got killed, and then Jason Momoa died like right after. I'm like, all these people are dying. Who am I supposed to watch from this point?
That's
Peter
cool
Dinklage.
Stuff. Yeah, Peter Dinklage is amazing.
Okay,
that's pretty
Okay.
much kind of the cool thing. You don't know who's going to die at any point.
I think
Sorry,
that's why
spoiler.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, Peter makes it the whole way.
Right.
I'm not saying I didn't say that. But either way, for me, the thing that
I know you like
don't.
Ted Lasso too.
I love.
Yeah.
Are you not in on Ted Lasso?
Nope.
Oh, you're such a jerk.
Oh, see, and there it is.
Where are you at? If you had to draft something, what would it be?
So sports documentaries.
Oh, okay.
I
No sports
absolutely
docs.
hate sports docs, and because most of the time, like think about the Derek Jeter doc and the Magic Johnson doc. There's so many of them too. It's usually made by the person they're showing you what they want
Heavy
you
slant.
to see.
Yeah.
So you just answered your own question. You answered the part that I was going to offer a suggestion to. The sports documentary is entirely dependent on whether or not the person being documented is participating or not.
The person, right.
If the person that is the centerpiece of the documentary is thumbs up in your documentary, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be terrible.
It's going to be bad. If the person is trying to prevent it from coming out,
That's the one you want.
That's the one you want
But
to
I know
watch.
a sports doc you guys are both going to watch. It's going to be about the Dodgers and this last World Series.
Sure.
That's because I want to watch the Dodgers.
But you're going to watch that documentary.
That's
on
different.
a team
Like,
different. Yeah.
For instance, I'll change that slightly. You could put the Dodger thing in any form. I'm watching it. Greg's watching it.
That's just going to happen.
Let's say the Astros and the 2017 Astros documentary that will get made at some point.
Oh, I will
right?
watch that.
Not if the Astros sign off
Right.
on it.
Because they're not going to tell you everything.
Because it's not the way it went down.
And they'll make it seem like, oh, Alex Bregman's amazing.
Right. If somebody makes that doc and the Astros are like, this is not what been, that's the one I
that's the one you want to see. The real one. The real stuff.
One.
Yeah.
Who's involved, I think, is
That's
like the Tiger doc that he did not want to come out and didn't sit for.
The HBO one.
Yeah.
And basically threatened everyone he's ever met that if you show up in this, you're
that's
dead
the
to
one
me.
I want to see.
Was it Mike Fires who went to Seattle and really called everybody out? Okay, yeah. If Mike Fires is involved, I might be more interested in watching it.
I'm in.
If Carlos Beltran's involved, I don't want to watch it.
I'm gonna put a name on it because I think he's really good at these. If Bill Simmons makes one of those, I'll watch.
Okay,
he's great at that.
Yeah.
He's really good at making documentaries.
Like I tried to watch Court of Gold the other night. Like
I don't know that one.
It's on Netflix and it's about the what's it called? The Olympics. I couldn't get into it. Documentaries for some reason I just can't get into.
Sports ones are the hardest bar for me to clear because I have at least a rudimentary understanding of the topic to begin with.
Yeah.
Right. So
and they're not telling you anything new.
That's why, like the more recent Pete Rose one, I'm like, no, man, I knew all this. Like, there's nothing in here that I didn't already know.
See, I didn't know a lot of the stuff in that one, and I did not like Pete Rose. I really, 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 really don't like Pete Rose.
I would challenge anybody to watch that and come out of it and think highly
positively about him.
Yeah, like, oh, Pete's pretty cool.
Nah, the young girl stuff really just kind of pushed me way over the
way
edge.
he treats people.
Yeah,
period.
No, it was terrible.
Yeah. But he can play.
But I actually watched that.
Nobody in the entire documentary said he wasn't a good hitter.
Right.
He could hit.
Wow.
He could get on base. Yeah, a lot of singles.
Yeah.
A lot of singles. All right, so not a lot of singles, a lot of home runs, a lot of everything, really. And I'm gonna set the table for this, and then we can come back and we can have the conversation on the other side. Shohei Ohtani, basically from the moment he's come into the major leagues, has set the bar at a level that we really have either rarely seen or never seen. What does he do coming up for this season? That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco. Greg's in here too. 710 ESPN and ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the annual Make March Matter campaign. We're auctioning off exclusive experiences all month long. For instance, cover the Kings for the day, ride on the Zamboni, and meet Bailey. All proceeds from all of these incredible experiences are donated to CHLA. Make sure to visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a Glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of Glazers.
That
around
is
here.
so untrue.
It goes Sedano, Cappy, and Mason,
glaze?
all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
You're a little guilty.
Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Cardin Alleyway Hyundai Corona. Get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Plus, drive with confidence with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Hyundai's assurance program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 72 payments of $1,519 per $1,000 financed. Expires 03/31/2025.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Mark's piling on as well.
He's right. He's the same way as Ireland. You're just wrong, and you're not going to give in, but you're just wrong.
I'm not arguing that I'm right. I'm
Yeah.
arguing I'm right for me.
Sure. But you're also wrong for you.
Hey, Greg, I think the only way Travis is going to watch Game of Thrones is if we pay him to. And we have Clockwork Orange's eyes open.
Oh, yeah.
And we strap him in, and he gets paid to watch Game of Thrones.
How much you guys got?
10 hours.
Wow.
You have to sit there with your eyes wide open, strapped into
No phone.
You can be a lazy boy.
We're holding your eyes open, yes.
That movie's messed up.
Oh, my God, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Love it, though.
That's a bad deal. All right, I want to set this up again. Shohei Ohtani, obviously, is Shohei Ohtani. And what he has done in his career is at least incredibly impressive, if not fully unprecedented. I want to kind of just take you through the first 7 years of his Major League Baseball career. So it starts with him becoming the first two-way player in about 100 years. Okay, so we really hadn't seen anyone do what he was going to attempt to do in about 100 years, and he pulled it off. That was just like, holy smoke, this is the introduction to this guy, is he can do both of these things at a major league level clearly. There was nothing fluky about it. So the next level of this is not just to do it, but to rather be arguably the best at both, which under these set of circumstances, he was. He leads off the All-Star game as the designated hitter.
That was amazing.
And started on the mound as the pitcher.
Didn't he hit a home run in his first at-bat?
I don't remember.
Of spring training this year, correct.
I think in the All-Star game.
I
don't remember.
I think he did.
Started on the mound and was the starting designated hitter. Unprecedented. We have never seen that before. He goes on to win multiple MVPs in the American League. The list of people that have won multiple MVPs is very short. There's not a lot of guys that have done that.
He hit a home run, 3-run shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
He hit a home run in that game, too.
Yep.
Go figure.
Because of course he did.
Because of course he did, because this is what he does. So he decides to change teams. He sets the bar for largest free agent contract in Major League Baseball history at $700 million.
And people said, oh, no, that's too much money.
And in the first year, what he does is something that we have never seen before in the history of baseball. He goes 50-50. It was 59-54. Crazy stupid.
So dumb.
He wins the NL MVP, becoming only the second player ever to win the MVP in both leagues. Frank Robinson is the other, and Shohei Ohtani. Baseball's been around a long time. Only two people have done that, okay? Then he wins, in his first year with his new team, he wins the World Series. Okay, so this trajectory just goes up. He just continues to set the bar higher and higher and higher. What does he do this year? Like, and I'm not saying, let's not get crazy with this. Like, what is the next bar? Like, to not just be incredibly good, but that next thing that is, wait, he did what? What is it?
The next thing that he has to do, and not has to do, but like that, if you're going with that trajectory that you keep going up and up and up, is that, and it's not going to happen this year because he's not going to pitch enough, but it's Cy Young MVP in the same season.
Okay.
You mean the next thing he could do, or
that
you
is,
want him
I think
to do?
That's what you do to hit the next bar
Oh,
higher.
to
I don't
take
think
it up a notch.
He's not going to do it this year.
Are you asking what he does to take it up a notch?
Yes. How does he, if every year he's been in, he kicks that bar a little higher. A little higher. And Greg, that's the right answer, but that's not going to happen this year because to your point, he's not going to pitch nearly enough.
No, he's not going to pitch probably until like June.
I don't think he'll make 20 starts.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I think 15 might be the ceiling of
this. That's high.
Same season you had, except replace Walker Buehler with him.
So it's a World Series moment?
Yeah, you're the guy at the plate, and you seal the deal at the end with your arm on the mound.
God, he had a chance too. He had a moment, and he popped out in that game one.
What were you going to say? Yeah.
No, it's fine. I was like, also, what about home run record? I know with 73 with Bonds would be too much, but you can never say too much about
Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Just 60. Like, never take 73 off the table.
Take 60.
60.
I'd take 60 bombs.
60.
So if in that case you have to go, what is it, 64 because Judge had 63?
Yeah.
Is that right? So maybe you have to go into that range.
The like non-steroid
era home run record. Bonds is still a home run record.
Go ahead.
Look,
I'm just saying.
Who knows? I'm not
who
getting
knows?
into that.
Who knows what's doing who to what? I don't care.
I don't know. It doesn't
but also, we didn't think 50-50 would happen.
Right.
And so you can't put any limit on Ohtani.
Yeah. So do you believe Bonds? If you just left Ohtani alone, he could be one of the best hitters in baseball.
He proved it last year.
I mean, so when I say best hitter, could he threaten for a single season home run record? Maybe, probably, if he just focused on that.
What did he have last year?
He's 20 short.
He had 54 last year.
Yeah, 54 home runs last year.
He's 20 short of the record.
Yeah.
Right.
He could get 60. 60 is not out of the realm of possibility.
20, just to put this, if you hit 20 in a month, that's insane.
Right.
He's a full month of insanity short of the record.
Wow.
So
okay, maybe not. So I'm confused by the question just a little bit. What do I expect from him going forward, or what takes it up to the next level?
What is that next
second
level?
thing? The next level that's not
okay.
Like, I think 72 home runs is out of the question. Like, I really don't think that's possible.
Would you be surprised though that if he did it, if he just went absolutely crazy, you'd be like,
I would.
No,
but
at the end of the season, you'd be like,
that's the answer.
Of course he did, because I don't think there is a thing that you don't think he can do.
It would be the same thing at the plate, and then add in elite level pitching.
What's elite? Okay, but stick with that for a sec.
Yeah.
What is elite level pitching? Assuming, and again, not Cy Young, not win 20 games, not strike out 300 guys, because he's just simply not going to have enough opportunities to do this. What would elite level pitching look like this season?
Let's see.
Because it's a great answer.
Innings pitched. His high water mark is 166 innings.
He's not coming within a mile.
He's
of that.
not, but that's actually a normal number in today's baseball.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that number of innings at an ERA of 2.3.
See, that's my thing. I think it's a 2 or below 2 ERA, and you have. I mean, I know these are just random numbers, but your WHIP is super low, below 1.
Yeah, his lowest is 2.33.
Because this is what I'm getting at, and this is I'm glad. I love all of these answers because I actually spent a lot of time thinking about this morning. You're telling me that to do more than he did a year ago, he needs to go 50-50.
Yeah,
win the MVP. Win the World Series and be elite on the mound. That's the only way we kick it higher?
Well, you asked. I mean,
but that's my point.
Right, that's the
whole point.
Right.
Is that
we don't think he's going to do that.
That's the point.
You don't need him to do that.
No,
the question
that's
is,
what I thought.
What does he
even
need
that you
to do
need
to
him
go
to do
over that?
My point is, this is where I was headed the whole time. Is I think we got the best you're ever going to see. I think you got the very high watermark in the very first year, because if let's say he goes 40-40.
You're not going to be upset.
Super happy.
Of course you're not upset. Of course you're super happy.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not even close to what
is
he did last
pitching
year.
on a 40-40?
Okay, then now we're getting interesting.
If he's 40-40, is he pitching?
There you go.
40-42, below 2 ERA.
Is that better?
Yeah. So in some senses, especially if he gets 10 wins out of that.
Okay.
If he's pitching in the postseason and hitting in the postseason, and he's doing both at a high level, that's
about
amazing.
Where that bar is set.
That's his fault, man.
Think about where that the idea of, because what I was laying down, every year it went a little higher.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're at the top of the mountain. Like
you proved man can fly. Now I want loop to loop.
So I would put it. I put it this way.
Kinda. Right. Yeah.
I put this. We always said that about LeBron. LeBron always had he was always at He hit his high water mark. He's never going to do better, and he keeps going up. This year at 40, but before he got hurt, he was an MVP candidate because he's been playing at such a high level. It's the same thing with Ohtani. There's just some guys that you watch that are so much bigger and better than everybody else. I think Ohtani's that guy.
Yeah, I do
that
too.
high water mark that you're talking about. He can. I don't think he's. I don't know if he will.
Right.
But he could very easily top it.
Here's the butt thing. You don't need him to be that guy.
You don't.
No. This is exclusive to.
You're not cracking the whip to get him to do this.
Not at all.
This is just because they didn't need him to go 50-50 last year to win the division. You know, they just He was good in the postseason last year. He wasn't great. He was good. By no means was he like, hey, I need a little more. He was really good, but it wasn't, holy smoke, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It was slightly, so maybe it's another transcendent regular season followed by a transcendent postseason, because if let's say they don't win the World Series, let's say they get beat in the playoffs at some point along the line. Well, now the bar's automatically lower, because last year it was MVP, World Series, and individual. Like, it's all of it.
Wow.
Right.
You have to put the World Series in there, too?
It's what he did last year.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That if we keep setting the standard,
because he could do the numbers stuff and not win the World Series.
This is my point, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm in total agreement with you. But the idea, he could do the numbers again. Baseball's been played for 150 years. It had never happened until last year, and now we're just expecting that to be the norm.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
No way.
Also, last year I felt like it was a little more necessary for him to do those types of things to win because Mookie Betts got hurt, Max Muncy got hurt. I mean, Freddie at the end of the year hurt his ankle. There were a lot of injuries, and he stayed healthy the whole time and made it so that he pushed you to the postseason. You say that you didn't need him to do that to win the division. You kind of did. Yeah, you kind of did. It started to get a little bit iffy down there in September.
I think it's both of the things you said. I think it's have a singular moment in the postseason, whether it's a home run or closing the show on the mound. Put up really outstanding MVP level offensive numbers. Maybe it's not 50-50, but you're
in the MVP race.
You're in the MVP race, and I'm a really good major league pitcher. Not just I did it and I'm around, but I'm thriving.
Yeah, kind of like how we started with the All-Star game. If you finish with that in the World Series, that's how you take it up a notch. Right, you hit a home run. And you're the winning pitcher.
I love the LeBron comparison. It's like that's the no.
There's more.
Yeah,
if I want to go higher, I will.
Baseball though.
There's
no way. Come on.
It's not supposed to go like that.
It's not supposed to. But as Trav laid out from the very beginning of this, it keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher.
Then if he does, he's the greatest baseball player of all time.
I think he might be. Yeah, I think he might be at this point.
But if he does it again, you remove might. He is.
I think there's only a very small. I don't think it's a full handful of guys that have won more than 2 MVPs. He's already done that.
Yeah.
And in both leagues, too.
That list is 2 people long.
Imagine if he wins multiple in both leagues, too.
He needs the one thing that would just be like, to your point, DeMarco, remove the might and just gold star, automatic. No, it's like Tom Brady, the best quarterback of all time. Nobody's arguing that.
Yeah.
No. He's that guy, and we all agree on it.
That's longevity, too.
What could be that is if he does what he's doing offensively or stays in the universe of that, and he stamps it with a pitching award. You know what I mean? Like some sort of pitching award.
If he gets a Cy Young, let's say next year, it's going to just at that point you're like, okay, you've done everything.
Lead the league in strikeouts, ERA, wins,
something,
some pitching award.
Yeah.
I mean, he's motivated to do those types of things. He's been sticking on his regimen for how he pitches for quite some time. Even in the middle of last season, he was throwing side bullpens. He's doing it now. I mean,
can I ask a hard one for you guys? He might be the best player of all time. Is he your best Dodger?
Not for me. Not yet.
And how weird is that?
He's only been here 1 year.
He's only been here 1 year.
Like,
look, the answer by the time we're done,
okay.
Maybe.
Not favorite, like best Dodger, period.
Best player to ever wear a Dodger uniform?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I mean, if he's the best player of all time and he wore the uniform.
Just wanted to see where the line was.
You could have argued at one point that Albert Pujols, when he wore the Dodger uniform, was up there as well.
Sure. Yeah,
he was only there for, half a season, whatever it was.
But that doesn't mean in the past.
Who's your favorite Dodger of all time? Your favorite Dodger of all time?
The one that looks like him.
That wasn't.
There's 2. There's Bellinger and Taylor.
Yeah, neither one of those are my favorite Dodger of all time.
That's a bad answer.
No, I think I was such a 90s kid. I would probably go with someone like Karros.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Yeah. Maybe Beltre. I really love Beltre.
Yeah. That's a great answer, too.
It's somebody in the 90s would have been my favorite.
Who's yours?
Dodger.
Oh, Fernando. Who's your other?
Hershiser.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly. And I like, not just because I've developed a relationship with Oral over the last several.
It was that way before.
He didn't give up a run for 6 months. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Okay, you ready for how cool I am? I was looking at Baseball Reference this morning. I love
Baseball Reference. Yes.
In 1993, Oral Hershiser hit 357.
He hit 357?
He hit 3, and it's not like he went 4
How many at-bats?
76.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's
not
bananas.
Bad.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel that's like Zach Greinke type stuff.
He won the Silver Slugger that year because I was doing the grid this morning. And
I haven't seen the grid for you in a long time.
Somebody that pitched that had an over 300 season, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick a guy I know had a 300 season that pitched in a random game. I picked Mark Grace.
Oh yeah.
But Hershiser, I went and looked because I'm cool, and he had a 300 season. Fernando had a 300 season.
Fernando had a 300 season.
They each had one 300 season.
Answering for Oral right now, he's like, "Why are you surprised?"
Yeah,
right. Why are you so surprised at that?
Did Kershaw?
That's not what you do. It's crazy.
Did Kershaw have a 300 season?
I'd have to look, but I don't.
Yeah,
think
he was a decent hitter.
He could hit some bombs.
Yeah,
like he would run into one every.
He won a game 1-0 against the Giants by hitting a home run.
Yeah,
and
shutting
out the Giants.
Opening night.
Opening night.
Opening day, I should say. Yeah. A 1-0 shutout. The one run was me going deep to center field off of Bumgarner.
Right. Oh, it was amazing.
I'd walk into the shower. You're all bums. I did it myself.
What are you going to do tomorrow when I'm not here?
Right.
Now that I'm done for the day. No, that's absolutely crazy. Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I just missed PrizePicks last night, DeMarco. I just missed. Austin Reeves came through with me. I picked more on Austin Reeves. The number last night was 26. Austin Reeves got me what I needed to do. Giannis let me down. Giannis was 29.5. He just missed. I picked more. He was less than. Didn't matter. They won the game anyway. But that's PrizePicks. You pick more, you pick less. And if you pick right, you can win up to 1,000 times your money with PrizePicks. But you got to have the app on your phone, and you got to put in the promo code 710. When you use the promo code 710, here's what happens. They give you $50. They give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup, win or lose. So last night, if that were my first time and I used the promo code 710, I'd still get the $50, even though I didn't get it done. What are you waiting for? PrizePicks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy with PrizePicks.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at CHLA.org.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Mace. As LA deals with tragedy, our friend Jacob Imrani has a special message for you.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Imrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. 747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Guten Tag.
Yabaseo.
I was just looking up at Good Morning Football. They had Isaac Rochelle on, who is I think he's still trying to play in the league, former football player. But I mostly know him because of his wife. His wife is very popular on TikTok. And I followed her, and she talks about being a wife of a football player and her behind the scenes, and she's turned it kind of into
the good-looking
whole empire.
Yeah, okay.
And she does, I think she does do the show with Kylie Kelsey, or like does it often. So anyway.
What's the player's name?
Isaac Rochelle. He played for the Colts and the Raiders, but they did a game where they did.
Think Michael Funch, but athletic and big.
They did Famer game, and they had these people. Okay,
sorry, go ahead.
Funches just took a stray, and I don't even think DeMarco meant it like that. That's incredible.
Nope.
They had just players with more famous girlfriends than the players are, like Normani and Simone Biles and Taylor Swift. And I found it enjoyable. All right, so Southwest Airlines did something that I think they thought was funny. So earlier this week, they announced they will be getting rid of their 2-bag policy for their people that are flying their flights. And they put out an Instagram that says, "It's not like we traded Luka with the 2 eyeballs."
Oh, my God.
And it's just like,
okay.
Oh, yeah, or you just destroyed your company for no good reason. So Southwest should read the room. Travis, Factor Cap.
It's a great joke.
It's a bad joke.
Great burn.
Yes.
And they didn't do it for no reason, Em. They do it to make more money. It's inconvenient to you and to me.
It's going to lose a lot of loyal customers.
They have a lot of flights to a lot of places you want to go, and they'll still be as cheap as anybody else.
Yes.
They're going to make a lot more money. A lot. It's a bummer, but
big PR no.
It's a short-term thing. I understand. I don't like it either, and Southwest was my airline of choice, in large part because of that. I'm still getting on a Southwest flight. I'm still going to do it.
You're right.
Because they go to Phoenix, they go to Vegas, they go to Oakland, they go to Portland, they go to all the places I want to go.
They go when I need to go.
When I need to go.
Right.
And now they're going to grab 50 more bucks out of my pocket because I'm bringing my golf clubs. It's a great burn.
Yes.
I loved it.
DeMarco?
They see, we're addicted now. They pushed it, we're addicted, and they made it more expensive. What was the question again? So I can answer it?
Southwest should read the room.
Cap, yeah, I'm with him. I mean, where are you going to go? We got to travel. They know it. We're going to pay the extra. We're going to be mad. Even people that said they're going to leave Southwest, you're going to wind up flying Southwest.
I think it's the idea that they didn't maybe they didn't anticipate the backlash, just like how the Dallas Mavericks didn't anticipate the backlash.
I'm sure they had
and
to
so
know.
they're saying like, hey,
I'm with you.
I'm sure they had to know
that people would be very upset, and
they also know they're not going anywhere.
Right. And so let's at least start the campaign to, hey, guys, at least we didn't do this.
Right.
And then I roll my eyes and
I
whatever.
I thought it was terrific.
And then it's just these consulting companies coming in and ruining anything that's fun. Jorge?
No, I thought it was funny as well. Even
guys.
Even if you don't want to go to a certain place because Southwest doesn't go there, you already know you're going to pay $50 with other airlines anyway. So just, knowing that now you have to pay with Southwest, all right, whatever.
You know these companies are in the market to make money, right?
Yes.
that they're not doing this because they like us. They're
I
here
know.
to collect as much money as they can, and they're like, all right, well, we've cut every other corner. Yeah.
Right.
How about 50 more for your golf clubs or your skis or whatever it is? Yeah.
Come on,
yeah, because capitalism is evil and rules the day.
That may be true.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue that too much with you, but yeah, I thought it was funny.
Okay, so minor spoilers for Severance from last night, but not in a way that has nothing to do with the plot. It has something to do with a conversation someone had. So a character was getting talked down to because he used elevated vocabulary. That this guy was like, you gotta shorten you gotta say less words.
He used big words?
Yes.
Okay.
That the vocabulary he was using offended someone else because he's just seeming like he's smarter. And he said, devour flatulence. I will not use the shorter version of that because I can't say it on the radio.
Sure you can.
Yeah, eat blank.
Yeah.
Also fart.
Well, no, he meant to say eat.
Yeah.
Feces?
Yes,
Like
eat feces.
You
Yeah,
are
exactly.
a short Richard. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
there you go.
exactly. So, my statement though is, you get annoyed when someone uses elevated vocabulary that they talk higher than they should be in a situation. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
At times, fact. I'm trying to think. of a good example of this. When you can just say it plainly and you use like 8 different words. You know what I mean? In sound bites. And a certain coach comes to mind, but I can't say it. But fact, I do. Just say it plainly and say it once and be done with it. You don't have to like hide it.
I think it's cap because, quite frankly, I may be guilty of this. But number 2, I don't mind you using a big word because I want to know what the word means, and by the context, I might be able to figure it out. What I
Can I
don't
throw one
like,
at you?
Sure.
Why are you being obtuse?
Yeah, I know what that means.
Okay, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's what the warden said to Andy Dufresne.
Exactly.
In Shawshank.
He didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
He threw him in the hole.
Right.
And the reason you get mad about it is because you're almost mad at yourself for not understanding
I
it.
don't understand. You're making me feel stupid.
What does drive me crazy is when somebody tries to throw in a 10-cent word and they use it incorrectly.
Go ahead. Give me one.
That's one of those. Let me think of one. Give me a second.
Okay.
And I'll come up
Or
with
when someone messes up a phrase, they think they're saying like all intensive purposes.
Yeah, intents and purposes.
Okay.
I could care less.
Yeah, couldn't.
You couldn't care less.
Is it lackadaisical or lackadaisical?
The first one.
It's lackadaisical.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's a pronunciation error. Like if I said, "Oh, he's just lackadaisical,"
You're right.
But I'm trying to say he's really super on it.
Yeah.
Lackadaisical means the opposite.
Yeah.
And if there's your example. Oh, that guy, he's super lackadaisical.
You know what I just say?
You know what you mean? Like you're an idiot.
Dang, he's
that's
lazy.
the wrong
That's
word.
what I would say.
Right.
Right.
But I'm trying to say that he's not. Like getting it wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Jorge, you get annoyed when someone uses elevated vocabulary.
I do not. You know, they're going to speak highly like that, but it lands me for a dad joke. You guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you talk to a giant?
How?
You use big words.
Dang, right into that one.
That's amazing.
Nice.
So, hey, use your big words. It's all good.
There's
I
no way you
disagree.
can do this every day. There's no way you can do this every day.
I hard disagree.
Oh, he can.
There's no way you can come up with one every day.
Man.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay, well, one last one for you here. So I was, I don't have a dog. I was walking to my car. I parked on the street, and I saw someone have the dog use the side of the road to do their business. Then they continued walking, and it was number 2 business. And I thought for a second, I passed by them. Thought for a second to be like, should I be like, hey, you should
pick up after your dog.
Pick up after your dog. But I continued walking because I don't have a dog. So if you see someone not picking up after their dog, you would say something. Jorge Fettercap.
Absolutely. My brother did it. We're at the park with the kids. The guy's walking his dog right where our kids are playing. You know, like they go around. So the ball goes to that area where the dog had just taken a,
poop.
Yep.
There you go.
So the guy just left
Say it plainly.
So the guy kept walking. My brother picked it up, and he's like, yo, man, you forgot something. Your dog forgot something. He's like, yeah, I'm not picking that up. So my brother's like, oh, okay, fine. He grabbed one of those little baggies, picked it up. The next time the guy came around, because he was doing laps, my brother threw it back at the guy. He's like, make sure you pick up your poop.
Threw it at the guy.
Threw it at the guy. Near where the dog was. Like, dude, my kids are playing here, and this is not even a dog area. There's a dog park on the other side.
Yeah.
So my brother said something. I wouldn't have said anything. Now, Brenda noticed at the grocery store, somebody was wiping their sandal off with poop because somebody let the dog in.
See?
The grocery store, the dog.
No,
took the poop
in the grocery store? Oh, I'd be so hot.
And she stepped on it. Not Brenda, but she noticed somebody and.
Trav.
Yeah.
You are a bad dog owner if you don't pick up after your dog. Like that's a really, because Jorge, it's a perfect example. Somebody's using that area too. It's not your dog. It's not your backyard. If you want to leave your backyard in complete mess,
do what you want.
Knock yourself out, I guess. But if it's in a common area, a public area, you got to pick up after them. That being said, I don't think I would say anything. I would judge them silently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
maybe turn around and give them a look.
Yeah, or you know what I might say, hey, there's bags on that little post right there.
There's a reason they put them there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know what? I probably would say, hey, there's bags right there. Do you mind cleaning up after your dog? I don't think that's a big deal.
Oh,
DeMarco?
100%. I will tell you to clean up after your dog, especially if you try to do it on the sly, like we didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I will go get the bag for you and bring it to you. Here, clean up after your dog. Now, if your brother, cousin,
my brother,
your brother, if I wouldn't throw the bag at the person,
you threw it near the person.
I wouldn't do that. That's bad. But if I was a witness to it, I didn't see nothing.
But that's because the guy.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
So my brother's like, yo, man, pick up your. He's like, you mind your own business. The guy brought it upon himself.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. That's
if
why.
the cops were there, did you? I didn't see nothing.
See what?
Right. Pick up after your dog. It's disgusting. I can't stand that.
And just to clarify my severance thing, Parker pointed this out. I did get it wrong because I have dyslexia. But it's not flatulence, feculence.
Oh, okay.
There
yes,
you go.
It says devour feculence is what he said.
Thank you, Parker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
good get.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on. But wait, you said one went in the store?
At the grocery store. Brenda's walking around. She's gonna go get whatever butter.
I don't know.
Unless it is a real, honest-to-goodness service animal.
Yeah.
Leave it out of the store.
Thank you.
Yeah. If it's a service animal that you need, but not because you don't want to leave, Fifi in the car, or you need to have it in your bag or your little cage.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Do you? I'm not gonna trip. You got a dog in the store, but if one drops a deuce in the aisle,
you need it in the store.
What is the black male version of a Karen? Because that's what would come out of me. I swear to God, I would go nuts.
DeMarco.
I would go bonkers if that happened. Oh my God, yes.
Factor Cap's brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com. Then phone number one more time, 213-747-2000. We'll give you something you need to know about the Dodgers. Getting closer to opening day, DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
A familiar face returns to BMO Stadium tomorrow. LAFC welcome Austin FC and former LAFC captain Ilie Sanchez to downtown LA.
Go LAFC!
It's a Western Conference clash. The black and gold versus the verde. Pre-game starts tomorrow at noon.
Jump for LA Football Club, Olé! Olé!
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It's Friday. It's 10:45. I'm going to give you my Pachanga pick of the week for this week. And I'm going to pick the winner of the ACC men's basketball tournament. I think even though Cooper Flagg went down yesterday, I think Duke's still going to win the ACC tournament. They're the best team in the ACC. They're playing at UNC tonight. And at 4 p.m. Yes, I believe it's the semis. And so I still think that Duke's good enough to win the ACC tournament. And I wouldn't bet against them going far in March Madness. So Duke as my pick of the week.
Duke, Wake Forest, Clemson, and who's that? Louisville? That's who's left?
UNC is there.
UNC's there. Okay, there we go. All right, that was the Pechanga Pick of the Week, 710 ESPN. Pechanga Pick of the Week, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit pechanga.com for more information. UNC is there, did they? Okay, there we go.
Should I be offended that you did not select the Gauchos to win the Big West tournament? Because they have won their first 2 tournament games. They are now into the semifinals against top-seeded UC San Diego, which is tonight at 6:30.
Nice. I would be offended if they didn't include my alma mater.
What's UC San Diego's mascot?
The Tritons.
Okay, go Tritons.
Yeah. No! How dare you?
There they are.
How dare
Okay.
you? Yeah.
I had the wrong bracket. Oh, Duke, North Carolina. Ooh.
Maybe you're looking at the women?
The ACC. Is this the women's game?
I don't know.
You're right. This is the men right here. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, yeah. That seems like old school. Duke, North Carolina.
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks old school. I don't know if it feels old school.
Well, yeah, it is what it is, but at least it feels kind of old school.
Cooper Flagg did the thing that's pretty hard to do in the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 years.
What?
It's a college basketball player who people know his name.
Oh, yeah. Stay in
school. It was Zion, and then it was Cooper Flagg.
Zion, Flagg. They're just not a ton of them.
I heard some of these older coaches, the Coach K's, Dean Smith. Is Dean Smith still with us?
No, it was Roy Williams who was the last UNC coach that was.
Maybe it was Roy. They said the college game was much better back in the day.
I'm sure.
Because if you saw
the play or just
everything,
okay.
The players, the game.
Yeah.
Because if you saw a guy, me and you, if I played you as a freshman, 4 years from now, I'm going to play you again as a senior.
Yeah.
And the games were better. They meant more.
No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt at all. Yeah, I miss those days.
That feels, and you and I are the same age, and we're coming out at the same place. That feels like an old man take, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think because I agree with you that staying there, getting coached for 4 years, you're going to be a better player in years 3 and 4 than you were in 1 and 2.
100%.
You can build rivalries too.
You build rivalries where seeing Cooper Flagg go up against the equivalent of that at Carolina and knowing that they're going to butt heads for 4 years, that's terrific.
That's fun. Yeah, that's the way it used to be. Yeah, I agree with those old coaches. Yeah. No doubt.
They're just not a ton of that along the way. All right. This is crazy to me, and this get ready for another old man take coming your way. This is the Friday edition of the things you need to know for the Dodger season. Freddy Freeman, who is a deadlock cinch for the Hall of Fame. Freddy Freeman, who hit one of the most iconic home runs in baseball history, never mind Dodger history, is sitting exactly at 300 heading into this season. His lifetime batting average is .2999, which gets rounded up to 300. He's exactly on 300. Do you know how many other active major leaguers have a career batting average of 300 or better?
Active guys?
Active guys.
Career batting average of 300.
Yes.
I would imagine not too many.
One.
Just him?
And one other
guy.
person.
Who is it?
It's Altuve.
Oh, no way.
Altuve is a lifetime 306 guy.
Wow.
Okay? And Altuve's been around a long time. Yep. So Altuve, I think because he's 6 points above the line, is very, very, very likely to finish his career with a 300 or better batting average.
Okay.
It's just because when the numbers get that big over that amount of time, they don't move much.
Right.
Freddie Freeman at 299.9, if he hits below 300, which he did last year, he hit 284, which is really good, but that's significantly below 300, could have his lifetime average dip just barely under 300.
Wow.
I think that's really interesting coming into the season because we don't see guys hit 300 anymore. There just really aren't very many of them.
Yeah.
And like Ohtani's not a 300 guy. He was last year, but it's just lifetime. It's really Trout is the next closest. Trout's at 299 lifetime.
Okay.
To have him go above that, pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in that. And because Freddie's kind of a throwback guy, I bet it matters to him.
I'm sure it does.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. You hope he has a great season, but what does batting 300 mean to you now?
I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Really?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome, but
It's not like 1,000-yard seasons rushing.
No,
like it's not. It used to be the thing.
Yeah, well, that's when you put it like that, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's not valued anymore.
Hitting 300.
No.
Yeah.
It's not
Bombs
valued.
are, right?
It's slug.
Slug.
On base.
That's
OPS.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Those are the numbers that home runs, slug, OPS, those are the numbers.
Yeah. 300 average isn't what it used to be. But, yeah, if you're Freddie Freeman, you don't want that to dip at all. But, I mean, would that change your approach? If you're just hitting for average?
He's too much of a pro. He's not going to look. This will be his 16th season in Major League Baseball. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to change a thing because what he's been doing is sending him straight to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. But last year, he hit 282. Okay? That's really, really good.
Yep.
But that's going backwards 331, 325, 300, 341, 295, 309, 307, 302. Just like he hits comfortably over 300 almost every season. But now here we are.
Yeah.
And he's right on that number.
You just hit 300. You're good.
Yeah. It's going to be I'm going to be watching all year long.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I really want him to finish his career over 300 because he's just been. I think
you're going to have me scoreboard watching.
Your boy Kruk.
Yeah.
I think got a hit in his last at bat that kicked it to 300.
To 300.
And he walked away.
He keeps saying that. Lifetime 300 hitter.
Yep.
And
it's on
you're right.
the number.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I hope he gets it.
Freddie?
I really do.
Freddie should retire.
You're not going to see it. You might not see it ever again. Altuve will get it.
Yeah.
But nobody really right now hits like that.
How do you feel about Altuve?
He's an Astro, DeMarco.
You think so? How do you feel about him as a player? He's an Astro, that's it?
Forever tainted? Do you want me to put on my logical hat and take my feelings out of it?
Before you found out he was a cheater, how'd you feel about?
He's a Hall of Fame player.
Okay, thank you. And now?
He's going to go to the Hall of Fame, but he will go in as someone that a lot of people, not just me, look at side-eyed.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Look at side-eyed.
It's almost worse than steroids.
Dude, he's 5'0".
Yes.
And has lasted 15 years in the major leagues.
He's a baller, I know.
Yeah, he
is.
I don't like him. I don't respect him, but he's good. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for the 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, helping kids get the breakthrough care that they need. We're auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences with all the proceeds going to CHLA. That's Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Make sure to visit 710 for CHLA, 710forchla.com to make a difference today. Steph Curry knocked down his 4,000th three-point basket last night, and you have an interesting question on that. That's coming up next. It's Trav, DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I bet you Rotolo Chevrolet has sold 4,000 Silverados. Probably way more than that. Way more than that. If you're thinking Silverado, if you're thinking any Chevy car or truck, Rotolo Chevrolet is the place to go. You've seen, or I should say you've heard me talk about Rotolo for years now. You've seen Mike Capozio on TV with his incredible commercials with him and Oral and Eddie and all the guys. And they're having a great time out there. And you know why? Because they're taking care of people every single day. They're making sure that the people get the car, the truck that they're looking for at the price they want, and that they feel great about it. That's how they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. 13 years in a row. It's an extraordinary accomplishment for Rotolo Chevrolet. So why not find out for yourself how they do it? By being courteous, transparent, upfront. You're going to love the way they treat you at Rotolo Chevrolet. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. Can't miss it. All the Silverados, all the Chevy cars and trucks. And if Fontana's a little out of your neck of the woods, you can still have that same incredible experience online. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey, LA! Okay, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
1,000 threes.
Unreal. There. So watching the TNT show, I still like Barkley. I know some people hate Barkley, especially in LA. I get a kick out of the show.
Of course.
And they're hilarious. It's so much fun. And Shaq.
Do you think anybody really hates Barkley, or they just get frustrated because he says crazy stuff?
Even if you hate Barkley, you love Barkley. It's Barkley. Everybody loves Barkley. And Shaq. And Shaq was talking about, they were talking about Steph Curry and LeBron and this, but mostly Steph Curry. And Shaq said, when you start your list, and this is something I told you guys with Emily, another overused word in sports that I wish we can get rid of is GOAT. I'm so sick of talking about the GOAT. So they were saying, when you have this is Shaq, if you're having your GOAT discussion, you must include Steph Curry. And he said this, and he threw it in on the sly. He said he may even be the GOAT of this era, meaning LeBron.
Yeah.
And then they went into their arguments and whatever. And Greeny actually talked about it too. It's GOAT aside, greatest player of all time aside. They've never seen a player like Steph Curry that's affected the game more than he has. And he brought up Babe Ruth. He said pre-Babe Ruth in baseball, they were like, I'm going to fudge these numbers. They were like 1,600 home runs or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. After Babe Ruth, that number went up. Because they were swinging for the fences, right?
Yeah.
Steph Curry. Before Steph Curry, teams were shooting the three-pointers at like 18 three-pointers a game. Now they're up to 36. And that's all because of Steph Curry's impact and how teams are factoring into their draft, free agency, their game plan. It's all because of what Steph Curry has done and how he's changed the game so much. So, GOAT aside, impact on game, you'd have to say he had more impact than LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's changed the game. I think he's changed the game more than anyone.
I don't think that's even close.
Yeah.
I think, going back to what you said about Ruth real quick, because I remember hearing this at one point. Babe Ruth hit more home runs in one season than the entire league hit collectively.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, everybody just went,
everything changed.
That's a better way to do this.
Yes.
And that changed. But the Curry, LeBron, who has altered the complexion of the NBA more, Curry. It's not even close.
Not even close.
It's not even like LeBron had a better career. LeBron has had, he's got more numbers and records and things like that. But as far as like the game before and after their arrival, it's Curry by a mile.
By a wide mile. And the team they showed last night as an example of where it has gone because of Steph Curry is the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
There were entire quarters where not a single Celtic was in the paint.
Yeah.
They're all around the arc, just passing it around, looking for the open guy, screen roll, bang, three-pointers.
Dunks and threes.
They said, look, if you're going to try to beat us with twos, you're not going to win. 33% from three-point land is better than 50% scoring twos. The math works out in your favor. That's all because of Steph Curry. So I think you would have to jam him in there somewhere. You got Jordan, you got LeBron, you got Kareem and Wilt coming next. Somewhere in that conversation, you have to include Steph Curry, and he has the championships.
Yeah,
he's got 4 plus the MVP.
Sure, he does.
Yeah, he belongs in the argument, and it's hard to deny that now.
So I've heard this before that there are 3 guys that draft. The league was one thing before their arrival, and then a different thing after they were done.
Yeah,
and it stayed. And think about it. Curry is obviously on the list with the 3-point shot. The other two guys, and think of one of the things I always say, if there's a list, who's on it?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain is one of these, right?
No doubt.
That there was pre-Wilt and there was post-Wilt. Pre-Wilt was you'd have bigger guys, but they weren't athletic. That post-Wilt was, we can have a 7-foot guy that's super athletic. That we're gonna try to find as many of these as we possibly can. That Wilt changed the role of the big man as opposed to just a big clumsy. It was a guy that could play. The other one was Magic.
Oh yeah,
that Magic
a 6'9" point guard.
That's it. that put the ball in the hands of a 6'9" guy. The whole game.
You're right.
That he can see over everybody. That there were no 6'9" guards before Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he should be they would have made him a forward, wouldn't they?
If not a center when he first came around, like 6'9", 6'10". There were 6'9" centers in the NBA at that point.
Right.
You know, he played center in the NBA in the finals famously. Like he certainly was capable of doing it, but. You know, winning time, I'm not taking a 6'9" guard. That's good. Really?
Really? Yeah.
Okay. Because here it comes. Now, there haven't been a million of them. But
that's what I'm saying. Who did that beget? Did that beget Penny Hardaway?
No, it beget LeBron.
We finished up with LeBron. Yeah.
LeBron is the evolution of that.
Yeah.
But LeBron is a lot more like Magic Johnson than he is Michael Jordan.
True. The only one I can think of for football, I mean, I wish I could go Jim Brown. I guess you kind of could, but the game was different. The guy that comes to mind when I think changed the game in football was actually Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had to change rules.
Yeah.
When you started putting outside linebackers like him to rush the passer.
Yeah.
They took the offensive lineman, the tackle, off the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
They had to start bringing in rules where you couldn't rough the quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah, things changed once Lawrence Taylor entered the equation there. But, yeah, I can't think of it. Even Michael Jordan didn't really change the game.
Michael Jordan was a better version of Jerry West.
Yeah.
Here's the conversation to me. Is Steph Curry a GOAT, the greatest of all time, or is he a game changer? And I think those could be different things.
I think they are, I think he's more the second than the first.
But isn't he both, though? Why wouldn't he be 4 championships, 2-time MVP?
He's not far down the list, but I don't know if he's in the top 3 or 4 the way that we talk about the 3 or 4 that we talk about. When you talk about Jabbar, when you talk about Jordan and LeBron, and Wilt gets thrown in there a lot, I think he's just a very thin slice behind those guys.
You know what I don't know? Where he ranks all time as far as points.
It's got to be getting up there.
Let me see. If you start threatening some numbers, then you have to be put in that.
I'm glad you brought that
GOAT
up.
category. Yeah.
Let's do a little last man standing.
Oh my God!
I got some numbers.
Walk right into it.
Okay, so Steph Curry hit his 4,000th 3-point shot last night. The question is, name someone else in the top 10 of 3-point shots made in NBA history.
Okay.
DeMarco, we will start with you.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen is on the list.
Okay.
Ray Allen is number 3 with 2,973 3-point baskets made. Let me just really quickly.
Okay.
Steph Curry has 4,000. Ray Allen is 3, and he doesn't have 3,000. Okay.
Wow.
All right, Emily.
James Harden.
James Harden is number 2. James Harden is number 2. He's got just barely over 3,000.
Wow.
He's got 3,127 3-point baskets.
I know where I'm going next.
So we've got the top 3. Curry, Harden, and Allen Jorge.
He shot sideways, like you said. Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller is number 6 on the all-time list. Reggie Miller made 2,560 3-point shots.
Is this current or all-time?
This is NBA history.
NBA history. Easy one. Klay
Thompson is number 5 with 2,667. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 so far. Emily.
I was going to take Klay. Oh, no. Yeah. I don't think this falls into the Wilt everything. He's on the list thing, so I'm not going to take that. Longevity-wise, I just think he's going to end up on every list everywhere. LeBron
James is on the list.
Yes!
LeBron James is number 7 all-time. He's made 2,542 threes. Jorge.
I'm going to go with the king. Peja? Is he on there?
Peja Stojakovic is not on the list.
All right, DeMarco, you got to name one.
Peja is 32nd on the list.
Okay, this is easy. This is cheating. They just talked about it last night because
it's okay.
Just played the Lakers last night.
Damian Lillard, number 4 on the list. Damian Lillard has made 2,794 threes.
Okay, let's see if I can name one. I just know he goes off often, and he takes a lot of threes, and I feel like these are going to be later people that have been playing this Steph Curry era. Devin Booker?
Devin Booker is not
Dang
on the list.
All right, DeMarco wins. There we go.
Wins. I'm looking for where Devin Booker lands on this. I'm not seeing him.
All
as
right,
I
who's the
scroll.
rest, Travis?
I was going to go.
You guys got the top 7. You want to take a? You win.
Just in case,
8,
I was
9,
going to
10?
go. Is KD on there?
He's not. He just misses. He's
okay.
14.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah. So number 8. Kyle Korver.
What?
Is number 8
No
with
way.
2,450. Number 9 is an active NBA player. Anybody want to throw one at the screen?
Old.
Older, yeah.
Kyrie.
Nope. Paul George is number 9.
No way.
Yep. Paul George
Paul
has made
George.
23.49, and the last name in the top 10 is a retired player, Vince Carter.
I should have gone Vince Carter. I was trying to go guys that played for a long time.
10,
Dang it.
10 plus 4 is 14.
You guys
plus
did
3
great.
is 17.
You guys
18.
got the entire top 7. That's pretty good.
Dude, did Kyle Korver play 20 years?
Kyle, I'll tell
5
you.
plus 5 is 10. 4, that's 14. Plus 3 is 17.
I'm going to cheat.
And then 3 more. That's 20 years.
17. According to because he played for more than one team.
Okay. That's what's mixed. Okay.
Yeah.
17
years.
Oh, my God.
And all he did was shoot
That's
threes.
all you did was shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, the Ducks got eliminated, Trev.
Oh.
Who beat him?
Michigan State, which is the number 1 seed out of the Big Ten.
behind you.
So 74-64, I think is what the final score was.
Greg was in here saying that he wanted Oregon to win because UCLA's beaten Oregon twice.
Yeah. They are the 8th seed, too, so it would have been a big upset.
I think he said they beat Michigan State once.
What time are you guys getting together to watch the Gauchos tonight? 6:30.
6:35.
What's the mascot for San Diego? Whatever.
No, I'm not giving you that joke.
Titans.
Tritons.
Oh, go Tritons.
Like Triton.
Oh,
Wow.
Tritons.
Yeah. Look, she always likes to root against me. I don't understand. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for their Make March Matter campaign. You think after saying this for a couple of weeks, I'd be able to say it. We're auctioning off exclusive items like hiking with me and DeMarco. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
great option to do. I can watch a baseball game here locally in downtown Los Angeles with a team that wears blue uniforms with myself and Greg and Mace, or an LA versus San Diego baseball game.
It's time for the local LA baseball team.
That's perfect. That is perfect. All proceeds donated to CHLA. Visit 710forchla.net for more information. Author, reporter Tim McMahon has a new book on Luka Donic. He joins us next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on PrizePicks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on PrizePicks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. PrizePicks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account.
Season of adventure is here, so why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait, our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson, let's get you on the road.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, so the story that has been, reverberating throughout the entire city of Los Angeles, the entire NBA universe over the last month or so, of course, is Luka Donic here in Los Angeles. ESPN reporter, podcaster, television personality as well, has a new book. Tim McMahon has written The Wonder Boy, Luka Donic and the Curse of Greatness. It is available on March 25th. He joins us right now. Tim, how you doing today?
Howdy, fellas. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.
We haven't had a howdy in a long time. Howdy there, Tim.
How you doing?
I'm good. We got this book about, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like halfway through it. I love it. It's fascinating. You basically trail Luka through his entire life from youth, basketball in Slovenia all the way to now. So here's my question. So you've studied him so much. I wonder, when you hear things and people talk about Luka as in he is, dare I say, lazy, out of shape, or he's soft, what say you to people that say that about Luka right now?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Soft is not one that I've ever heard. The guy ain't soft. Now, look, the conditioning concerns, I don't even know. Lazy, I wouldn't say, but a guy who doesn't like, he's not a disciplined guy. He's not a diet, a conditioning guy. He's not a guy like who wants to, do those sort of things. He's a competitor. Now, I think part of being a competitor at the highest level, is the 24-hour, 365-day-a-year preparation that goes into it. But look, the conditioning stuff was absolutely a massive factor in the Mavericks making a shocking decision to trade this guy, a 5-time first-team All-NBA player, hadn't hit his prime yet, fresh off of a finals appearance. The Mavericks felt like the diet, the conditioning, kind of Luka's impact on the franchise's culture, their belief that his body's going to break down. That's why they traded him. There was also some relationship issues there that, frankly, I don't think fall primarily on Luka in terms of the blame game. But, those are the reasons that Luka got traded. And I've reported that. People don't like that. Those are the facts. The other fact is I've talked to dozens of executives and scouts and people around the league, and I've not had a single one from any other teams tell me that they thought that this was a good deal for the Dallas Mavericks.
Right. Tim McMahon from ESPN has a new book, The Wonder Boy, Luka Donic and the Curse of Greatness, available March 25th. Joining us here on Trav and DeMarco. You kind of mentioned it, Tim, that, all of those things, the shocking decision and the factors that go into it, the diet, the conditioning, the fitness, that him not being a disciplined guy. I get it, and those are things that you'd want the guy that you're going to give $300+ million to check all those boxes. But just how unprecedented was it that the decision that they made? Because, like you also mentioned, there's the other 29 teams in the league would have been like, we'll figure it out. We'll hope that he changes his thing. Have we ever seen anything like this before?
No, because, and the whole kind of premise of the book is the pressure that's on a franchise when you draft a prodigy. It's build it or they might want to leave, right? And for 6 years, that's how the Mavericks operated. And somehow they successfully scrambled to actually build a contender around him. They went to the finals. Every other time a player anywhere near this type of talent has been traded in his prime years, it's been because they forced their way out. We have never seen a franchise essentially decide to give up on a guy who is not only this talented, but it's not like, you're saying, well, there's the potential. But no, the guy is the performance, the production, it's all been there. He's taken a team to the finals as clearly the best player on that team. 2 years before that, a very different supporting cast took a team to the conference finals. They haven't won a championship with him, but at 25, Luka's accomplishments and the production, the awards, what he's done, it stacks up there with the very best that have ever played the game.
Tim, like you mentioned, the book is about a prodigy and going from where he started to where we are now with him in Los Angeles. When was he identified as a prodigy? Because we've seen it before, right? Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, LeBron James, and they all hit. But we've seen a million more that were identified that didn't hit. When did he go from prodigy to, oh my God, he's actually as good as we thought he might be?
Well, it's interesting because he was really kind of identified as that early in his teens. Real Madrid, which is one of the powerhouses in EuroLeague, they signed him to their academy when he was 13, and then he was tearing up the older age groups, and he was practicing with with their top team, which is one of the best teams in Europe, at 15. He's on the roster at 16. I mean, at 17, he's playing a major role and starring for the Slovenian national team when they won Eurobasket, which is, it's a tiny little country of 2 million people. I mean, so 18, he's the freaking MVP of the EuroLeague. Like, he was the most accomplished European teen prospect ever. And there was still a bunch of doubts about him. Think about it. 3 teams passed on this guy in the draft. And there was, even back then, there was some concerns about conditioning and his approach, et cetera, et cetera. There's also just like people looked at him as like, he's not going to be able to be like a primary ball handler in the NBA. He's not athletic enough. Is he a small forward? No. What the guy is one of the best point guards that we've ever seen in the NBA. But, it really wasn't until, I would say, pretty early in Luka's rookie year, maybe midway through, that it was clear, like, this guy's not just good. Like, this guy's got a chance to be, a historically spectacular player in the NBA. But again, even as much as he accomplished in Europe, it's not like he's plummeted in the draft. I mean, he went third, but the Mavericks were able to trade up to get him at 3. And looking back on it, the fact he didn't go number 1 overall is pretty insane.
Tim, back when I said soft, I didn't mean like non-competitive. I meant like Pillsbury soft. Woohoo! That type of stuff.
Yes.
Right. So, and I'm looking at the picture.
He certainly has been
Go ahead.
He certainly has been accused of that. And also, listen, we all have eyeballs. He can get doughy, that's for sure.
Yes, I'm looking at the cover of your book, and you caught him on an exhale on the cover. Two things real quick. So you said relationships in Dallas kind of went south a little bit. I assume you mean GM, not coach, right?
Listen, what I would say there is the Jason Kidd was as frustrated with some of these issues is, I don't know if he's as frustrated as Nico, but extremely frustrated as well.
Makes sense.
I don't think that it was a coincidence that Kidd and Luka never made eye contact when the Mavericks were in LA. I'll put it like that.
Okay, that makes sense. And the other thing is, I just wonder, what's the most surprising thing you learned about Luka as you're researching, and where does this competitor come from? Like, where is this fire? Where did that start with him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that kind of competitive fire, you're just born with it. It's not something. I don't think you develop that. You either have it or you don't. And, sometimes he runs too hot. Like we've seen that plenty of times, where he's ranting to rest, or maybe he gets out of his, lets his focus get distracted. But, there's a story in there in one of the early chapters where he's playing for the Slovenian national team in a friendly tournament. They're playing a tournament in Hungary. And I think they were playing Romania. And there's this little pesky dude for Romania. Like, it was described to me as like a Pat Bev type of, like an irritant type of guy, right? And, again, Luka, I think at the time, was 15 years old, 14 or 15 years old. This guy catches Luka with an elbow, and Luka's got a cut above his eye. So Luka has to check out of the game. He's over there with a towel on the bench, and he's, trying to get the bleeding to stop. As soon as he got the bleeding to stop, he, slams the towel down, tells the coach, get me, I'm checking back in, marches in there and calls for a pick and roll where he knew the guy was going to have to come over and help defense. Comes off the pick and roll. The guy comes over to help. Luka, not known as an explosive leaper, but dunked on this guy's head, grabs the ball, says a few words that you can put them in a book, but I don't know how to cuss in Slovenian. Luka certainly does. Challenges the fellow's manhood and slams the ball into his chest. So Luka has always run hot. He's always had that kind of fire, and sometimes it gets a little bit away from him. But how many times have you seen this guy? Like Game 7. Against the Suns, where he just rips the soul out of an entire arena last year when they're closing out the Timberwolves. And, he does this thing, you'll see it all the time, where he'll pick a fan and just decide, okay, that guy's he's the target of my venom. And the fan is like kind of a tool for him, to get himself motivated. And the fan doesn't have to say much, and if the fan doesn't say much, Luka will invent something. He will find these ways to motivate himself and kind of to work him into this level of anger. And there's a fine line there, but when he is rolling and has that those competitive fires going, it's a show. There's not a whole lot like it.
Yeah, Tim, I want to put all these things together. We're speaking with Tim McMahon, who's got a new book, The Wonder Boy, Luka Donic and the Curse of Greatness. It's available on March 25th. So this competitive fire that you're describing, this it's born in him, this desire to compete and to win and to, invent things to motivate him on a given night from a fan or what it might not be, juxtaposed with a guy that is not committed to fitness the way that we've seen other great players, whether it's Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or, Giannis or any of these guys that are just in exquisite physical condition. How do those things two go together? If he wants to be one of the greats and win all this stuff, does the light come on eventually? Or is this just like you're talking about with competitive greatness, is that desire to train like that born in you?
Well, and that's a great question, and that's one that he's going to have to answer, and not with words, but with actions. And I know like his coaches in Dallas, in Slovenia, even going back to Spain, like to get Luka to really be engaged in practice, everything has to be competitive. There has to be a winner. There has to be a loser. But like you said, this kind of like LeBron's a perfect example, but people say, oh, he's gonna learn from LeBron. Well, Dirk was a hell of an example. Kyrie Irving is as committed to his routine as anybody in the league. It's not like Luka hasn't had the roadmap. It's just not been something that he's consistently been committed to. And honestly, part of this is success came so easily to Luka. I think it was probably hard for people to tell him, dude, you've got to change. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
5-time first-team All-NBA. And
change what?
At the time of the trade, 25 years old. Like, change what? This is working pretty damn well. The injury stuff now, maybe that's opened his eyes. But more than anything, the fact that he was, after 6 years of the Mavericks franchise kissing Luka's butt, he got shanked in the back with his trade. And then, let's be honest, like, they really kind of dumped on him. Not kind of. They dumped on him on the way out. Like, this is, it's been a pretty humiliating thing. Now, they didn't send him to Siberia. Like, there's a lot of perks about being a superstar playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think he's going to be just fine. But if this kind of a slap in the face doesn't get him to really lock in with that kind of commitment, then I don't know what will. The other thing is, though, honestly, listen, do you think Shaq was ever really locked in on that kind of stuff?
Right. Good point.
And so some guys are just so talented that they can play their way into shape every season and still end up being one of your all-time greats. Luka's that talented, but, man, if he locks in.
Well, we're hoping the title to your next book, This Is Boy Wonder, we're hoping for Superman here for the next 10 years. I wonder how this ends with him.
That'll be that's a Dave McMahon book. I hand him the baton over.
Well, Tim, thank you very much for coming on. Good luck with the book. It's a great read. Again, one more time, it's The Wonder Boy, Luka Donic and the Curse of Greatness. It is available on March 25th. I would imagine, Tim, if they want, people can pre-order right now.
You can pre-order that bad boy everywhere that you find books. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you, sir.
Tim. Thanks a bunch.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You got it.
My kind of guy. I mean, Tim, too, but Luka. Everything has to have a winner and a loser. I love that. Yes.
And we've all met guys like that.
Yes.
It's like, you want to practice, whatever. Are we keeping score? Okay, I'm in.
Totally.
I totally get that. But what he was describing, and this is why I think the book is so interesting, is this maniacal desire to win. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to doing the things to get ready to win,
it's hard though, man.
I know
when you're so good.
I get it. I understand how it goes together. But this is why LeBron's LeBron, Kobe's Kobe. Tiger was Tiger. That it's just I will do whatever. I'm going to check literally every box. Like Luka was given some boxes from genetics, God, wherever you think this stuff wants to come from. Like he got a lot of checks and competitive desire, all of that stuff. But the box that has not been checked yet. Is the whatever it takes. And I thought that was a great point that Tim made.
Big time.
He saw Dirk. He saw Kyrie. Like these guys were masters of their craft, masters of getting their bodies ready.
And he might laugh. You need to do all that, and that's still great.
And so far, that light hasn't come on yet.
It's got to be hard to coach guys like that, but you have to say this as a coach. Just be ready when he does ask for help.
Yeah.
Be ready. Yeah, be ready when he stops fighting you on the stuff you want him to do.
And find a way to try to get that last little thing. I'm not saying it's easy.
No doubt.
Keep trying. Keep trying. Good luck, JJ.
Yeah.
That's on you. That's on you. What's on tap today on 710? Thanks to Michelob Ultra. The Lakers and Luka probably take on Denver. Coverage begins at 5 o'clock. Tip is at 6:30. You can hear it on your afternoon drive right here on 710 or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hot and cold coming up next.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
A familiar face returns to BMO Stadium tomorrow. LAFC welcome Austin FC and former LAFC captain Ilie Sanchez to downtown LA.
Go LAFC!
It's a Western Conference clash. The black and gold versus the verde. Pre-game starts tomorrow at noon.
Jump for LA Football Club, Olé! Olé!
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321. The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
No, you wouldn't be comfortable in the B.
You keep saying that. I would love to be the B. The B is like the best gig in the world.
Right, but you won't want it.
I will take it.
You always say if there's a spotlight, you want to be in it.
Right, but
the very first thing you said to me when we started is there are generators and there are reactors. I am not a reactor. I'm not any good at it. I'm never going to be the reactor.
Who's the bigger star, Ernie or Shaq? The analysts are the stars. The B's are the stars.
No, but that's because those guys are bigger stars because they played in the league.
But they're also bigger personalities.
Who's a bigger star, Penn or Teller?
Well, the one that doesn't talk is obviously not a star.
Yeah, the bigger guy.
One guy has never said a word.
Yeah, but he's he gets all the good jokes.
That's who should replace you.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't say a word.
Give me Teller.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Howdy.
What's hot is tater tots, and should be if you get a pocket tot and TM from my sister and nice. We have not made any, but if you needed it. But tater tots are hot because Roxy Bernstein on the call for the BYU game in the conference tournament yesterday was talking about a story about how a member of the BYU basketball team is the great grandson of the inventor of tater tots. And then cue Mean Girls. You know, my father, the inventor of toaster strudel, like my great grandfather, the inventor of the tater tots. If my great grandfather was the inventor of tater tots, I would never shut up about it.
Ever.
I would. It would be on everything that I've ever talked about. So, what do you think about this tater tot origin?
What a great thing to have invented.
Yes.
Because if you just think about it, it's shredded potatoes.
Yeah.
But what if we put them in tot form? And everybody went, that's brilliant.
Perfect.
And we've been eating them ever since, and they're delicious, and you can't mess up a tot. And
No.
I'm incredibly
You can
jealous.
overcook them, though.
Yeah, they can get a little hard.
They can get a little hard.
You know, they come back to life in the air fryer.
Really? Even if they're burnt?
Well, if they're burned,
If
no.
they're overdone.
But let's say you cook them in the
Yeah,
oven.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you leave them out, and not that this has ever happened in the history of the world, but you have a few left over that you can't finish.
Yeah.
Put them in the fridge. Next day, air fryer, bang, back
Perfect.
to life.
Okay. Yeah. Crispy soft.
Yeah, crispy on the outside,
Yeah,
soft on the
in
inside.
the middle,
Yeah.
and then when you crack, some steam come out.
Yeah,
dip it in ketchup. There you go. Just ketchup, though.
I disagree on that one.
Yeah, what do you got?
Cheese, ranch.
Tater
Honestly,
tots and cheese?
yes to all those.
Bacon.
Tater tots, cheese. I'd also do, ranch is a good one for me. Honey mustard, good
Honey
for
mustard,
me.
okay.
Barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Did you say tartar sauce?
No.
Oh,
Burger sauce, like the spread from
Yeah, like Thousand Island.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll mix it around in there.
Cheese sauce, my man.
Honestly, like ketchup is like down the list for me.
Oh, really?
I will do ketchup. I'm not gonna say no, but if I have another cool sauce, I'll do that
You know
first
what's a
before
good
ketchup.
way to do your tots too, just before you slide them in the oven? Seasoned salt.
Yes.
Before they cook, and then kind of bakes that salt in there.
You want to know what's weird?
What?
White that likes the hash brown from McDonald's, like that
Yeah.
cocky puck looking kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like tots. I'm like, it's
the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
Cut it into circles.
Yeah.
Hey, she's particular.
Do you ever have the rounds? Because occasionally they won't have tots; they'll be sold out.
Every now and then.
The round is not a bad way to go.
Not bad, but those get overcooked
and
too.
they're a little thinner. You don't get as much as the pillow.
Well,
part.
if you ever
if
you ever go to Bojangles, you got the bow rounds. The Bojangles is from it's a round. It's like a bigger round, but it's more mushy, I guess, a little bit or softer. But Bojangles is like the
I remember
South.
that.
I've never had a Bojangles.
It's a restaurant.
Yes.
Are they in California?
No. Actually, there is going to be one opening. There's going to be one
Bojangles in California?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, stop.
We got rid of some
There
other
is
things.
going to be a Bojangles in Southern California. They are putting one in. I think somewhere in LA greater area. They announced
The name is.
It won't make it a year.
Yeah, the name is interesting.
I guarantee you, Bojangles will make it.
There was a football player for the Rams, and they used to. This is in St. Louis. They had all these things like Chris Long had his army, and Mark Bulger had his thing, and they had all these posters around the field with their slogans. And his name was William Hayes. This is the guy that believed in mermaids.
Okay.
And he doesn't believe in dinosaurs. And he's a weird dude with good players. His slogan was, "Where's my Bojangles?"
No, I will die for Bojangles.
See,
Bojangles
that's
is
what he
amazing.
said.
The biscuits are amazing. The chicken's amazing. The hash brown rounds are great. They have little wedges as well.
I've known a lot of people that are fans of fast food, but I don't know if I've ever met anybody that is as passionate about the fast food that they do like as Emily Hebel.
Well, it's important to me in the South. And I would when I go home to Fredericksburg, Virginia, a few things are important to me that I need to do every time. I need to go to Wawa.
Yeah.
And I need to go to my, and then I need to go to Bojangles. And whether or not my family comes with me, I don't care. These are the two most important things to me.
What's a Wawa?
Like a fancy 7-Eleven?
It's a gas station.
Yeah.
Oh.
That also has amazing hoagies.
Oh.
So I always get my hoagie, and I love it, and it's amazing. It's based out of Philadelphia, and I think about that sandwich a lot. I think about that hoagie
with
a lot.
a thick piece of bread, right? That's a hoagie.
It's like a sub.
Yeah,
a
sub.
It's the same thing, just different.
A hero. They're all kind of sort of
Grinder
the same thing.
is kind of a specific though.
I know,
Yeah.
but they're all torpedo-shaped sandwiches.
Grinders are huge,
Yeah.
and you oftentimes don't eat the whole grinder. You split up the grinder.
Speak for yourself.
And Grinders out of Connecticut or the New England area.
Wawa's what we used to call for water.
Yeah.
Give me
Is
some
that
Wawa.
the gyro?
Gyro.
Okay.
Hero like a superhero.
All right.
H-E-R-O, not a gyro.
You were talking about Fluffy the other day.
Yeah.
So he's got a joke where he says he was somewhere and he was trying to get a gyro after a show. He's like, "Can I get a gyro?" The guy says, "It's a gyro." And he's like, "Well, it's a gyro." Okay, fine. It's a gyro. What is it? Well, give me one of those tacos. He's like, "Well, what do you want in it?" He's lamb. That's fine. Just give me one of those tacos. It's not a taco. It's a gyro. And then he's like, "Well, describe it to me." It's like a taco. Like, there you go.
See? Hill.
Good.
Taco.
By the way,
My gosh.
tzatziki sauce in that sandwich.
Really?
The gyro.
Oh, the white stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
Hill.
Heel.
What's cold is Philadelphia 76ers forward Paul George is consulting with doctors this week on treatment options for his groin and knee injuries, including a possible procedure, sources told ESPN on Thursday. And there's also another rumor that the 76ers will attempt to trade Paul George this summer. So, more 76ers.
That's on. They've got the Embiid deal that they just did that looks like it's nothing but dead money moving forward. And they just got Paul George, and he may be down. He basically hasn't played all season, more or less, and this could be something that sets him back even further. Like, to have one bad deal kind of happens once in a while, but to back that's just brutal.
See, that's the dangers of skim milk. See, give the kids vitamin D milk; they'll stay together as adults.
That's all we had.
There you
kids.
go. That's right. Big strong
like
bones.
Drinking
and
a glass of cream.
Right. There you go.
Like,
Matter of fact, when I get home, we're drinking cream. There you go.
Do you give your kids vitamin D?
No,
me neither.
She won't drink it.
No, it's kind of gross.
Too thick.
It is. It's like
What,
drinking
milk?
Milk.
Oh, dude,
Vitamin D
we
milk.
buy like 4 gallons. We go like that in a week.
Vitamin D milk.
Oh no, not vitamin D milk, just regular milk.
Regular
No,
milk.
we go through.
But back in the day,
1%.
vitamin
You guys are
D,
calling
whole
regular milk
milk
like 2%. Is that what you're
No,
calling it?
regular milk is
Whole milk.
Whole
milk.
milk.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get whole milk.
Do you
Thick
really?
stuff.
For coffee. All I do is I put it in my coffee.
Oh, we used to have it for
our
cereal,
point. It's like
everything.
it's like more like cream than it is milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I only use it for my coffee.
Do you know how stupid I am?
What? What'd you do?
I did not know that half and half was literally half cream, half milk. I thought it was its own.
What did you
thing.
think half and half meant?
I thought it was its own thing that had a weird name. I had no idea that half and half is half cream and half milk.
When did you discover this?
When I was 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How did you read it?
No, I actually remember, because I like half and half in my coffee.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
And so we were out, and Susan goes, just put a little of the cream and a little of the milk. I'm like, well, I don't want that. She's like, what do you think it is?
It's half and half. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
So when you guys get milk, do you guys get 2%? If you're going to have milk.
Yes.
1% are non-fat in our house.
2%. Standard.
Whole milk.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's the whole milk. That's the vitamin D. You still get the thick stuff.
The red one, the one with the red cap.
Yeah, that's
vitamin D. There you go. Right.
There
you go.
Blue or green is the answer.
You'll never break a bone.
I don't have milk by itself. I only have it in coffee.
That's in coffee.
We used to drink glasses of milk. That was our thing. Milk and cookies.
Still do. I had one last night.
There you go.
Bro.
Yes.
I had, instead of ordering my DoorDash, I had a PB&J and a glass of milk the size of a paint bucket.
And slept like a baby.
Yeah. So good.
There you go.
So
yes.
Good. The Dump is coming up next. Hot and Cold's brought to you by NextGen, the official AC, heat, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. The Dump, straight ahead.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Michelle Smallman here. Are you dreaming of seeing your team draft their next superstar? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Witness unforgettable moments and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Start with a few birthdays here on March 14th. Among others, celebrating birthdays, Steph Curry turns 37 today. Have you made 4,000 three-pointers by your 37th birthday?
No, I think I might be 4,000 short. Yes.
The best part about that is, there's a world where he gets to 5,000. It's not totally out of the question. He's 1,000 clear, it's about 900, of the second-place guy.
Wow. LeBron is 40. Steph, he has the same amount of miles on him, doesn't he?
No.
But a different style of basketball.
A different style, far more rugged.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, LeBron came straight to the league. Steph was in college for a while.
Okay. Davidson for a minute. But I could see Steph doing this for another 5 years.
So the question is, when it comes to Steph, I believe, is how long can he do what he's doing right now and has been for where Steph never stops. Right. He's constantly moving. He's coming off screens. He handles the ball a great deal. Like Steph is perpetual motion. How much longer can he do that? I don't know. A while.
Yeah.
But does he slide into that other role where I'm standing there waiting for you to kick it to me and I'm going to knock down every open shot I get?
You can always go there too.
Yeah.
And be a spot up shooter.
Right.
But I can see him. He's not very big. He's very slight, right?
Yeah. Well, he's a little more stout than maybe he used to be.
He put on some muscle, but he's not a guy that's been injured a lot.
With feet stuff.
It's not high impact what he's doing. I mean, he could do this for a while and.
What if he could slide into that spot up role? And look, I don't think he's ever going to go. I think Steph is one of the few guys that I would say, you know what? I don't think he's ever going to play on another team. I think he's going to stay in Golden State until he's done playing.
Yeah.
But okay, now all of a sudden we got a point that Steph doesn't have to do that. You can kind of set up, let somebody else break down the defense and kick to you.
Like Jimmy Buckets?
How many more threes could he knock down in that scenario?
I think you might have bought him a few more years with Buckets, yeah.
Happy 28th to Olympic legend Simone Biles.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard there was did you guys know about this little, I can't remember what it's called. It's not a disorder. A thing where they forget where the ground is.
The twisties or the twists?
Yeah, she called them the twisties.
The twisties.
When she was in the Tokyo Olympics in 20. It was supposed to be 2020. They did it in 2021, where she had to bail out of that
like
Olympics.
Vertigo, right?
She could have injured herself if she went out and performed.
You just don't know where the ground is anymore.
Yeah,
You lose your bearings. Yeah.
Right. If you're doing 8 flips in a row and you don't know where the ground is, that's probably an issue.
Big time. Yeah. Fun to watch the stuff she can do. Yes.
She did the thing, and the Olympics obviously are the launching pad for this almost always, but she is a incredibly famous athlete from a sport that, quite frankly, we don't care about.
Yeah.
Like that's like we care about gymnastics for 5 days every 4 years. That's it.
Name 5 gymnasts.
Mary Lou Retton.
Uh-huh.
Her, Biles, Nadia Comaneci,
Shawn Johnson.
See, that wasn't even
Nastia Liukin.
Sure.
Gabby Douglas.
Gabby Douglas. There's one.
No, the girl that Carrie Strug.
Carrie Strug. Jordan
do
Childs.
Yes.
That guy.
See, that's all we
Jordan
got.
Childs, who's plays or is doing gymnastics for UCLA now.
Sure.
Gone.
She's in the last Olympics.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, it's also, I know a lot of these because of the movie Stick It that has imprinted on my brain at quite a young age.
Well,
amazing
be
movie.
tougher. Name 3 male gymnasts.
Oh, can't.
Bart Connor.
They're one. Because he did movies.
I know the guy that did. I think he still does the commentary. It's Tim or Tom Leggett.
Okay, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Leggett. We'll go with that. Mitch Gaylord. He was.
I thought
in the
that was a guy from a
Olympic-
movie.
That he was. He was in American Anthem with Wayne Gretzky's wife.
No, I thought that was Ben Stiller. In the. Yeah.
No.
Nope, that's Gaylord Fokker. That's the wrong guy.
Yeah, that's
Mitch
Meet
Gaylord.
the
Wrong guy.
Parents.
Yeah, okay.
Mitch Gaylord was a gymnast.
Okay.
That's it.
Bart Connors. Remember the movie he was in? Jim Cotta?
No.
Yeah, he was a gymnast and a martial artist. It was great. So every fight scene, there was a pommel horse or a bar.
Where you had to bounce on the bar. Men don't do the bounce beat. No.
No.
Well, they do the pommel horse, which is the pommel horse guy this past. They got bronze this past year.
That's right. Yes.
I do know. I don't know this guy's name, but you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. There was a video that's still running.
Oh, I know that
where
one.
he's running to do the pommel horse, and he hits it too far towards the front of it, and he slides off the front. And he hits the horse with his chest going full speed.
Oh my
God! How that
God.
guy's not dead, I have no idea.
Stop.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yes, I call him George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree.
Oh my goodness. R.I.P. birthdays to Albert Einstein and Quincy Jones, who were both born on March 14th. Billy Crystal.
Both geniuses, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Billy Crystal, 77 today. Michael Caine still with us at 92.
And with an incredible Twitter. Michael Caine's Twitter is hilarious.
Really?
It's almost like magic level kooky. So
I'm sure there
give
have
it a
been
look.
bad Michael Caine movies, but when has he ever been bad in the movie?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I'll be honest. I am not super familiar with. I know him from Batman movies,
Yes.
and I know him from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
kind of all I know him from.
Dressed to Kill, The Hand. If you want to see a funny schlocky movie, go watch his version of The Hand.
Okay.
Where like his hand comes off and his hand like chases him around. Oh. It's hilarious. Way back in the 70s. Yes.
National Days today. It is Genius. Well, there you go. It's Albert Einstein's birthday. It is also National Genius Day. It is also What's today, DeMarco? March 14th.
Yes.
3/14, 3.14. It is National Pie, P-I
Oh,
Day.
all right. Yes.
National Pie Day.
Another good movie. Have you seen Pi, the movie Pi?
P.I.?
Yes.
No.
There's a movie called Pi.
Yeah, Life of Pi or something.
Well, there's Life of Pi, which
not
I think
Life
is a
of
different
Pi.
movie.
It's a movie called Pi.
Is it about math?
It's a mind screw of a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. It's who's the weirdest director out of like left field guy right now?
Right now, Ari Aster, I would say.
Weirdest guy, like the movies don't make sense.
Ari
weird.
Aster.
Okay, he would probably love that movie.
Probably.
That's how weird it is.
What makes it just... Can you summarize the
It's
plot?
like what is the equation of pi actually solves everything in the world. It's like you can solve the stock market
with pi.
With pi, like everything relates to pi.
Pie or cake?
Oh, cake, definitely.
Cake.
Yeah, good cake. Today.
Yeah.
What if it's the summer?
Pie.
Yeah. See, I think it's seasonal.
I'm cake all the time.
Yeah. Either way,
in the middle of the summer, I'd rather have a piece of pie.
Cherry or apple?
Chapel, both good.
I'm never going to say no.
I would eat both of those.
Yeah. Sweet potato?
I like. It's not my favorite.
Okay,
I'll be
pass it
honest.
to me then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loathe pumpkin pie.
I will not eat pumpkin pie.
Disgusting.
Yes.
I don't hate a blueberry pie.
I'll eat it. I think this is where you and I differ. I will not eat chocolate cream pie.
I'll eat it.
See,
it's not my first choice, but you know what else is really special in the summer?
Banana cream.
Down the list for me.
Okay.
Peach
pie. Come on, peach cobbler all day.
Oh, yeah, too. With the oats.
Oh, all day, all day.
Okay.
Come on,
we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
see this thing that I'm carrying around? Most of that is peach cobbler.
Peach pie.
There it is, right there.
That's a peach pie booty.
That's it.
Super crosstalk coming up next.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
A familiar face returns to BMO Stadium tomorrow. LAFC welcome Austin FC and former LAFC captain Ilie Sanchez to downtown LA. It's a Western Conference clash. The black and gold versus the verde. Pre-game starts tomorrow at noon.
Jump for LA Football Club, Olay! Olay!
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I want to talk to you about PrizePicks, the best place to get real money sports action. So look, there are over 10 million people and literally billions of dollars that are awarded in winnings because PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. And the game is so easy to play. You take your favorite players, you pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Literally, you can win 1,000 times your money. So run your game all season long at PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is the best place to do it in the state of California. But let's say you're traveling. You can play in Texas. You can play in Georgia. You can play in 30 other states. PrizePicks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. I'm telling you, I promise you, this will change the way you watch sports. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You're going to get a $50 bonus when you make your first $5 lineup. That's CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Download that PrizePicks app. PrizePicks. Run your game.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at CHLA.org.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
ESPN AM
AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
I believe Mr. Ireland is in Denver, John?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's the road trip been for you so far, other than the, basketball?
Yeah, well, if you don't pay attention to the games, it's been great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good.
Here's what I'm worried about, and you guys tell me if I should be worried, okay? The Lakers right now are in 4th place.
Yes.
Okay? They're basically percentage points ahead of Houston. Let's say, for the sake of argument, they're tied with Houston.
Okay.
Lakers are the 4, Houston's the 5. Houston has won 4 games in a row. Golden State is the 6. They've won 6 games in a row.
Yep.
Actually, 12-1 since Jimmy Butler got there.
Nuts.
Minnesota is the 7, and they are surging. They've won 6 in a row, including just beating up Denver 2 nights ago. Could the Lakers slide to 7th?
No.
Well, the only thing I find encouraging, John.
They're only 3.5 up, Trav.
Well,
the thing I find encouraging is that the front court, LeBron, Jackson Hayes, and Rui, they're all listed as day-to-day now.
LeBron's not.
No, at least I heard today that he was.
Yeah, if you follow Shams' latest report.
Does he have him as
he has him out all next week when we have the 5 games in 7 days.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the schedule right here, John, because my initial reaction was no, because they're going to get guys back. The schedule hopefully will lighten at some point. But I'm looking at it. You got Chicago. You've got Chicago twice actually coming up.
By the way, Chicago won 4 in a row.
Oh, boy.
They're surging, too.
Yeah, it's the 3rd toughest schedule in the league.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd toughest schedule in the league down the stretch.
By the way,
your
if
question
they
is
slide,
dropped to 7th and what?
Well, you're in the
that
play-in
puts them in the
at that
play-in
point.
tournament.
Could they drop to the play-in is your
Yeah.
question. Of course they
Yes.
could. Yeah.
And by the way, you know who the 8 is?
Is it Clippers?
Yeah, they would play him in a 1-game playoff. How crazy would that be?
We're going to get it eventually. Like, we've been circling it for years, the Lakers and the Clippers both being in the same spot at the same time, fighting for the same thing, and we've never really gotten it. Would the play-in satisfy that, or is that just the play-in and it's got to be a best of?
It'd be a super high leverage game.
Yeah.
So I think it would. I mean, it's not as good as the playoff series, but 1 game sudden death is actually kind of entertaining.
Now, having said all this, the standings are incredibly tight.
Yeah.
For example, like Oklahoma City's going to be the 1. They're 12 games in front. But Memphis and Denver are tied for the 2. The Lakers and the Rockets are tied for the 4. Golden State's 3 games back at the 6. So if the Lakers could stay in that mix, in that top 6, I think they'd be happy. The team that scares me is Minnesota because they are coming.
Yeah, they've won 6 in a row.
Right, and they're only 3.5 behind the Lakers. So if the Lakers lose tonight, and it's not impossible they could lose to Phoenix on Sunday, especially without LeBron, and then they have another Milwaukee-Denver back-to-back next week, and Minnesota keeps winning, then the Lakers could slide to the play-in, which is what they don't want. They would do it. I mean, they would probably win the 7-8 game. They've beaten the Clippers 3 times this year.
Do you think there's any sort of – because DeMarco, you were talking about
this. This just came in 2 minutes ago. Luka Doncic out tonight in Denver, according to Dave McMahon.
That was my other question, John. I mean, like, what chance do you give the Lakers to beat Denver tonight? I mean, that's
very little.
Luka, very little. So, I mean –
no Luka, no LeBron.
Even before Luka was out, I was saying, if you're JJ, why wouldn't you sit guys for this game anyway? You're not going to beat Denver.
The only thing.
By the way, DFS is doubtful, and Gabe Vincent is doubtful.
Oh. Yeah, I think they're.
Who the hell's left?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Alex Len.
Alex Len.
Well,
Yeah.
Bronny's here. He flew in last night.
Oh, okay. Let's get it going.
So, but LeBron, Rui, and Jackson Hayes aren't even here. They all flew back to L.A.
Yeah.
So I think what they're looking at is they're looking at this 5 games in 7 days thing, and they're saying it was going to be pretty slim that we were going to beat Denver without LeBron anyway. So why not err on the side of caution? Because the bottom line is the only thing that would kill the Lakers' playoff chances is if LeBron or Luka got hurt.
Yeah.
Right. So they gotta put that as
you
priority
got to be smart
one.
and play chess, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm preparing myself to finish anywhere between 2 and 7.
So we were talking, last week at some point about, the Lakers were in the 2 and the Celtics were in the 2, and can they beat the OKC? Can they beat OKC? Can they beat Denver? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it didn't feel like there was a team that was a particularly bad matchup for them going into the postseason. Like you're gonna get what you're gonna get as they slip a little bit, and with
but they're slipping. We're not seeing the same group that we saw.
I totally
run.
agree that they're not slipping because all of a sudden they're not playing well. They're not as good as we
beat up.
thought. They're missing half the team, if not more than half the team. But even with, let's assume they get at full strength or as close to it as you could reasonably hope for. Is there one matchup that gives you more pause than another? Is it Golden State, Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Denver's beat us. Denver's beat us 7 out of 8.
Is there a way where they
could
could play each other? I'm sorry, I wasn't specific. I'm talking about in that first round. Could they play Denver in the first round?
Of course.
Okay.
If they're the 7 and Denver's the 2,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it.
I guess so. Yeah. All right.
Or if Denver's the 3 and we're the 6, that's it.
Yeah.
How big are you on plus minus?
I like it more. Michael and Stu both hate it.
Okay.
And they played in the league. They say it's a ridiculous stat because if you're on the court with LeBron and Luka, you get the benefit of all their plus minus.
Okay, so read this for me like it's hieroglyphics. If you score 45 points, but you're minus 16 plus minus.
Well, they were minus all night.
Your team
Everybody
got
was
housed.
minus. You got
that's
crushed.
the best. Your team got just absolutely murdered. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, Luka didn't have any help last night other than Austin Reeves.
Right. I mean, if you look at it, those guys, I think, combined for 73, which means only 33 points came from everybody else.
That's incredible.
Yeah, their bench got outscored big time last night, and part of the issue is like the Lakers are number 2 in the NBA this year in defending the 3-pointer, and last night they just didn't. They, for whatever reason, they decided let's give Milwaukee all the threes they want, and Milwaukee made them and shot 50% from 3. So the Lakers were never really in it, despite Luka having a career night, season high 45 points.
But weirdly, that was the best I think Luka and Austin have played
I thought so, too.
together.
Yeah.
They both had. I mean, Austin had a good night. He's better now. He wasn't right after he came back from the calf strain, but he's starting to look like Austin again.
Before you bail, ask John about Game of Thrones. We've been talking about Game of Thrones all day. We got to get your input on Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you've hit me with this before. I am just out conceptually.
Okay.
So is John.
I used to be.
Yeah.
And Mason and Trudell basically made me watch it.
Yeah,
and
this was our snake
did.
draft. Shows that people tried to get you into that you just rejected. His is Game of Thrones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's an interesting snake
mine
draft.
was Game of Thrones for about 3 years, and then finally I got tired of being left out of the conversation because so many people were talking about it. And I watched the first episode. DeMarco, have you watched Game of Thrones?
I have, and I gave up on it because they kept killing off my favorite actors.
Well, that's the cool part.
I know.
Right.
I
That
have to get back
it's
into
like
it.
The Wire. Anybody can go at any minute.
time,
John,
which makes it exciting.
Let me ask this: what was your initial reluctance to watch it?
Dragons.
Dragons are really cool, though.
Yeah, I thought that I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons guy. I never played that. I'm not. Trav, I've never seen a Lord of the Rings movie. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. It's just
I'm
not
the same.
it's not my thing.
Not a Harry Potter guy. Not a.
2 of my 3 selections are Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. John, the one that I was going to take had I not gotten Ted Lasso was Lord of the Rings. Like that.
Wait a minute, you didn't watch Ted Lasso?
No.
Whoa!
No. Yeah, that's
you
a
would,
weird
Trav.
one.
You would love Ted Lasso.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
No, it's too happy for you.
That's kind of
the
what
show
I
is
think.
way too happy.
Yeah,
for Travis.
Mace, did you
I'm
see
happier than I used to be, by the way.
Mace, it got the green light for season 4
I
today.
saw that. Now I'm like mid excited for that.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be in Kansas, which means
it goes back to
and he's
following
coaching
that.
a women's team.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how are they going to fit Rebecca into it? And how are they going to fit
M
Leslie
says
into it?
only the first episode is in Kansas, then they go back.
Oh, okay.
And then
UK.
he's managing a female soccer team.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, you know what's weird about Ted Lasso is a really good show, but I think it was successful in part because everything was so dark and it was the pandemic and we were looking for something la happy and it was la happy.
Yeah.
It was La Happy. It is. Is there one you resisted? Like somebody they tried to get you into a show? You tried it and I just...
Well, I did, Harry Potter, don't watch.
Okay, we
Lord
said
of the
that.
Rings,
For a
don't
long time,
watch.
Mace was out on The Office. For a long time.
I've watched season 1 of The Office. Michael Scott is really mean. I hear he gets nicer in season 2
They
and
changed
beyond.
him from a creep into a goof.
Yeah, because he was a creep.
Yeah,
in
no,
season 1.
in season 1, he's a creep.
Yeah.
And after season 1, he's no
Parks
longer...
and Rec, haven't watched.
Okay.
It's really good.
Is it?
It removes the creep factor. It's all goof.
Oh, by the way, DeMarco, you've got Hunger Games. Yeah, I don't know.
Out.
Hunger Games.
Done.
I'm not in on that.
Yeah.
Last is a good example.
tried the
Emily,
list.
not in on true crime podcast. I also am not in on true crime.
I can't
podcast.
Really?
enough.
Come on.
I can't get enough.
I'm going to listen
All
to
right,
one
so
on
you
the
guys
way
want to
home.
hear a great Lost story?
Yeah.
So you guys will remember this name from Seinfeld. There was an executive at ABC named Lloyd Braun. Okay, that is an actual real person. And he was in charge of programming at ABC, and he's the guy who greenlit Lost. So they shoot the pilot in Hawaii, and it goes like $1 million over budget. And his bosses at ABC say, if you do this again, you're fired. And Lloyd Braun says, guys, you don't understand. This show's going to be a massive hit for us. We can't penny pinch. This is going to be the talk of the water cooler show of the year. Everybody's going to love it. And ABC goes, we don't care. We're bean counters. You don't go over budget again. Second episode, he does it again. Exact same thing. Goes like $1 million over. So they fire him. And Lost debuts, and it's a massive hit. It's like this cult following. And Lloyd Braun's out of a job. So the producers of Lost snuck him into the building. And you know in the beginning of it when they're doing they're showing scenes from previous episodes?
Mm-hmm.
And so it says, previously on Lost. Normally you have an actor read that. That's Lloyd Braun's voice. They snuck him into the building as a middle finger to the people that fired him.
Oh, that's great.
That is cool.
If you watch Lost and you're looking at it and you hear the voice at the beginning go, previously on Lost, that's Lloyd Braun.
Wow.
Now, I liked the first season of Lost.
Yes.
But then it got literal. It got lost.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for example, when they did Breaking Bad, they had like this 5-year, here's where the story's going to go.
Right.
Lost, they had, here's where the first 20 episodes are going to go. And then they didn't figure out the next season. So it was just Smoke Monster and Hole in the Ground and all this crap.
All of that is the same reason why Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, like those things that aren't, for lack of a better word, real. I have a hard
Did you like Succession?
Yes.
Game of Thrones is Succession with dragons.
But it's medieval and it's dragony and it's just I just don't want
you know what,
that
Trav?
universe.
Have you watched the first episode?
No.
Oh,
watch the very first episode, and if you're not blown away by it, just get out.
Sit down and watch the first episode. Just do it. Give
the
us a
end
full
of the
report on
first
Monday.
episode when something happens, and I go, "Oh, that's where this."
So
is
you're
going.
telling me I give it an hour.
Yep.
I'll be hooked.
You'll be hooked.
You'll
Give
either
it
be
an
in or
hour.
out.
Let's see what happens on Monday.
But something happens at the end of the very first episode, like the last scene of the first episode, and you go,
okay.
Oh, game's on now. Okay.
Oh.
Do you think? Have you seen the first episode?
I think it's what is it what?
Don't, do you
Don't
think?
say it. Okay.
Do you think I will like it?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think you're already out.
It is a great first episode of a show.
I will consume Ep 1 of that.
Give us a report
But,
on Monday.
you know, Travis, different people have different sensibilities. Like, I think the West Wing pilot's one of the best pilots ever. Mace, I heard you watched it recently and thought it was stupid.
I thought it was a little corny. It's a little corny.
Even though it starts with Rob Lowe picking up a prostitute and switching pagers.
It's a little too much of that golly G-ness of
what's golly G about picking up a prostitute and stealing her pager?
Well, she didn't. He
with
didn't
you.
steal it. They mixed them up.
Right.
John, you know this. We've talked about this. I'm a huge West Wing fan. You know, I will put my credentials up against anybody. I've seen it a lot. I really like it. That pilot misses me.
It's a little corny.
Yeah.
It's a little corny.
Yeah.
I love the show. Like, for
Me too.
example, I am a big fan of the last season of West
With
Wing.
the Jimmy Smiths
With
era?
the Jimmy Smiths and Alan Alda.
Yeah.
That was just a
Hard
a
not to like
tremendous.
Alan Alda.
Alan Alda's the
course.
best. What
Arnie
a nice
Vinnick.
man. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
more Arnie Vinnick and Matt Santos. Let's do it. That's Super Crosstalk. I never know how to finish this. We'll see you on Monday.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.